Hi, welcome to the stream, or welcome to the recording if you're watching this after. My name's Cole Ciarlello, and I'm joined here today by Brian Amante, Daniel Cohen, and David Utt. Say hi, guys.
Hello. Excellent. It's on time now because you announced everyone's name.
There you go. Well,
Sure.
we are here for one very important reason, because 1 year ago to this day, we graduated from a little university called Full Sail University, and we all got our film bachelors, and there was a happy ending, and nobody is sad, right, guys?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, Sean's in the chat. Cool. Hey, Sean, what's up? So we wanted to just kind of take this time to kind of like look back on
You said tell Brian to answer his phone.
we wanted to take this time to look back and kind of reflect on the past 3 years, the 2 years that we were at Full Sail, all hanging out together, working on projects together, studying in class, and how the past year has been in general. So we have a lot of stuff to look forward to for this stream. If you're tuning in now, perfect, because Daniel just cut out, so his video's
My
dead.
girlfriend has to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So, without further ado, let's start with a little bit of small talk this time, where you can actually be heard. Guys, how you been?
I've been pretty good, Cole. I appreciate you asking. I've been pretty good. How about you, Brian? How have you been? I know you moved to Atlanta almost right
Yeah.
after Full Sail, right?
Yeah, right next. It's gonna be a month right after graduation. A month after graduation, I moved to Georgia, and
Dude.
yeah, man, I've been working pretty much 24/7 since I came here.
That's pretty cool.
And you took
That's
the
really
time
awesome.
to
Yeah.
like come just hang out on a stream just for shits and giggles.
Always
Oh my gosh.
for you guys, always 100%.
Ah, that
Glad
makes
to
me
be loved.
happy.
Don't get me
It's glad to be
sentimental.
loved.
Oh, what about you, Mr. Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel, what's
Oh,
up
How
with
have you
you?
been?
I want to say I've been, working hard to survive in New York City right now. I'm like a dog rat or something, going for scraps.
All right.
It's a way to make a living. It's a way to make a living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you're getting paid for anything you're doing at this rate, whether
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if it's, benefiting you or anything, but it's like, yeah, I would generally
I've
hope things are good.
Yeah. No, I've been with this called Gotham Trinity Productions. I've interned with them. I think when I was that internship, I want to say like about 6 years ago when I was still in high school,
Hmm.
and
Wow.
they showed me the ropes, and that's actually where the first time I heard about Full Sail University, and I was
Hmm.
like, I might want to check out this school later. Not now though, because I'm only sophomore.
Actually, that's a
That's-
really good question, is like, how did each of you guys end up hearing about Full Sail in the first place?
All right, you guys mind if I pick up this question?
Go for it.
All right, so, yeah, as you guys heard, Gotham Productions, but I heard about them like a couple of times. I've been seeing them, flooding my inbox all throughout junior, senior year of high school, and then senior year we get the college career fairs. Like, do you guys have that?
I remember there were like a couple of
Sorta.
representatives, yeah.
Yeah. It's essentially career fair,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was funny because all of my friends on that day said, yeah, we should all go to Full Sail. And, we'll all make movies or make video games or whatever. And that unfortunately never happened. But I was the only one who kept the promise of going.
Stuck through.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
follow
stuck
through,
through.
you commit.
Yeah, commitment is very big.
Mhm.
That's good. What about you, David?
Yeah. For me, I don't even really remember. I don't have like a wholesome story like he does. I think for me, I was just, I mean, obviously I grew up in Florida. I mean, not obviously to everyone watching, but I grew up in Florida. So when I started getting into film, I heard about Full Sail University through a friend of mine who was also in film in my high school. He said that he wanted to go there, and they have like film programs. So I was like, oh, that sounds fun. So I did a little bit of research, and blip, blobbity bloop, here I am. So
Yep.
yeah, so I mean, it's it's pretty interesting because before high school, I didn't even want to go to college. Like, I was one of those kids who would watch all those YouTube videos about like Quentin Tarantino and all these really big directors saying, "Don't go to film school. It's the worst thing ever, and you won't get anything out of it. And the best practice is to just make your own short films." But at the same time, like I didn't have any connections, and I wanted to build a network with people and be surrounded by people who are in the same field as me. Because in high school, we had a very, very small TV production program, and it wasn't even film. It was just, live broadcast for the whole school. And this is a school full of 3,000 people, so you'd expect to have different programs around film, but there wasn't. So I wanted to go to Full Sail, not only just to learn about film, because I can do that myself, but establish a relationship with people who also have the same interest. And I feel like I've done that plus a lot more from going. So
Wow.
pretty satisfied. Yeah.
Brian, what about you? How'd you hear about Full Sail?
Well, I ended up hearing from like two different people. One of them was my neighbor who had just graduated Full Sail. I think it was still junior or sophomore at the time. She had just graduated in business at Full Sail, and it became like a huge commotion because she got like a major job opportunity somewhere big. I think it was New York or something like that. And she ended up going back to Brazil because of her boyfriend at the time. So she just completely gave up on the opportunity to go back. And that kind of stuck to me. And then later on, I heard again from a classmate of mine, Leticia. She was also going to go to Full Sail for game design. So I started looking into it. I found out about the film program. I got interested on it. And because of COVID, Leticia didn't end up going up until the beginning of 2022, if I'm not mistaken. So up a year after I had already started, only then she moved up to Florida. I think she should be about to graduate by now.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
That's a really cool story because you're from a different country. So having a neighbor that went to a school all the way in Florida that's like so unheard of, and
Yeah.
that it's just crazy how those things work. And the chances of you meeting all of us and being here right now are
No, the
super
chances
duper
of
slim.
us meeting him, I think you mean the chances of us
Yeah,
meeting
right.
him are like
That's what I meant. Yeah.
super slim, and I feel really fortunate that I met all you guys.
Oh yeah. Me too. 100%.
Oh yeah.
That brings us to our next question, but to answer the first one for myself, in freshman year of high school, I was taking an animation class because I thought it was going to be actual animation. I thought it was going to be like I thought it was going to be, when I say actual animation, I thought it was going to be like CGI, like 3D animation. I didn't expect it to be just like using Flash to animate.
Oh no.
But like it was the most lazy course, so I kind of just disregarded it as being like legit.
Oh man.
But our animation course, a representative from Full Sail was talking about the animation course at Full Sail, and that's where I like first heard about it. And then like a couple years later, because I had worked for the broadcast and video production classes in our high school, I had taken those courses for all 4 years of high school. Towards the very end, my teacher had recommended to me Full Sail because they claimed it was the most like hands-on school compared to all the other ones.
It absolutely is.
It like
Oh, yeah, 100%.
genuinely, without a doubt, no question, it is the most hands-on school out there, period.
Like the most up to date equipment that they can afford.
That they can afford, yeah.
Yeah, so I had to clarify because it has like industry standard software, hardware, but it really gets your brain thinking like with the actual tools being in front of you.
Yeah.
You know.
It was we'll get into things like Candyland and all that soon, but like
Oh my god.
oh yeah, there you go. Like
Oh, yeah.
memories just
Candyland.
I go
Oh, yeah.
Like the flower. I still have that video from the flower.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
I got you these flowers.
Oh no.
That
Oh.
one, yeah.
Honestly, it's quite legendary.
It is
Oh yeah, I have it on my
infamous
gallery
there.
that's saved.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
so
no.
funny too. It's so funny, but then when you realize what happens behind the scenes of like everyone involved, it just gets a little funnier, but it's also kind of, but isn't that what like a drama is? It's like tragedy can be funny. Like that's where humor comes from, is from tragedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I unfortunately laugh at tragedy.
Well, speaking of tragedy and all these things, just like a little something called COVID hit right before we were all about to go. However, whoever wants to take the stage first, what was that like going into a university that you've never been to before in the middle of a pandemic? Like, tell me about your experience with that.
Well, who was on university campus, I guess, first out of the four of us?
I was on campus as like the soonest we had the opportunity.
Okay.
Same
Same
for
regarding
me.
COVID, all stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well, when did you
David?
guys move there?
I moved when did we start? Was it
October 2020.
October?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
I got there like late September, early October.
Mm.
Mhm.
Nice.
What
Yeah, I
about
think
you?
you're
Yeah.
definitely the first one there.
I think I got there around August.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was because I was taking the online courses first because I was still stationed here in New York. I actually, I believe, used the student loan money to invest in a PC for myself so I can bring to
Oh.
Full Sail.
I hate to interject,
Sounds
but the
about
way
right.
the way that you said stationed in New York made me think that you were like deployed to Full Sail like a soldier.
I deployed myself to Full Sail. I was a soldier every day. Anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
for me, I moved out. It was like January. I still remember the day. It was January 10th, the day I moved into Florida. And I remember that because I moved into a hotel and I did not have an apartment ready.
oh,
So I had my parents come with me so we can bring all of my stuff. And we had 3 days to find an apartment. And we not only find the apartment, but we furnished the whole thing in 10 days.
Wow.
And 3 days, sorry.
Dang.
Wow.
and that was
Yeah.
like the
Dude.
apartment we visited for most of the right.
The one and only.
The one and only. We'll get to
you
Alvista. We'll get to those apartments very, very, very soon.
Yeah.
David, what about you? Like, when did you end up showing up to Full Sail?
So actually for me, I was already living in Florida. So I think the first few months I was just doing online, funny enough, because I just finding an apartment was kind of stressful for me because my mom demanded that it had to be like a film student too. She wasn't super serious about it. She was just like, yeah, just make sure it's a film student so you guys can do classes together and whatnot. So I spent a little time trying to find a good roommate because I've heard of all these things with roommates being shit. So I took some time to do that. And then I think after like 2 or 3 months, I started actually going into the classes. I think it was after the script writing class is when I started going into the classes in person. So by that time I had an apartment ready and I had my roommate. So
Weren't they
So you
problematic?
didn't go to.
I mean,
Huh?
not to diss on anyone. This is purely meant to just be like positive and stuff like that. But I remember like there were a couple of like disagreements you and your roommates had. Was that the same ones, or was that like a previous group?
Yeah, I had a lot of issues with my roommates. Well, at first there was one roommate, then there was another one, and then another one. And I didn't agree with all of this, even though that I am on the original lease with my original roommate as well. But she invited all these other people, and it became a huge mess. I'm not going to go into the details yet because those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I had a couple
Yeah.
of shitty roommates too. Who I think we can all understand a little bit.
Yeah.
Not me. I had
It's
a great
crazy.
roommate. I think he's showing up at some point later in the stream, so he might. His name's Jacob, for those of you who don't know. Jacob might show up in this. I'm not sure. Also, just to preface to anyone watching, like, it's not just us four. Like, it's anyone who is in like our friend group that I've kind of like talked to already. They may or may not be like hopping in and out occasionally. So I know Shady and Brower might show up at some point. Actually,
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I was about to mention Shady because I was trying to decide if I would consider him a roommate or not, because the amount of times he would spend the night over at my place.
Oh yeah,
that's fair.
Man, he is quite the character.
I don't know if Shady. I think Shady spent the night at my place once, but I think that's up to him to call for that because he has a better memory than me. But
I mean, you don't even remember if he slept at your place? That's kind of.
I think he slept on my couch once. Because he was, I think we were doing something for one of Nico's shoots, so I think he would just stayed the night at my place like once.
Oh,
but and I think I don't know why he would stay at my place and maybe not yours, Brian. So maybe there was something that was going on, but I feel like he stayed once, at least once.
Cole, did I ever stay?
Probably.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, you didn't live that far from us.
No,
she used to live like about an hour away.
Yeah, no, I actually lived a bunch of different apartment complexes. Like, I think within the first official apartment. Oh, Dylan's here.
Is Dylan here? Dylan, turn on your camera.
I don't know if that.
Dylan's also shy.
Wait, aren't you supposed to be doing Uber right now?
Well, I thought so, but I haven't had a fucking single delivery all fucking day.
Oh, dang. Well, welcome to the stream. Everyone out there, this is Dylan Zilwoski. How do you pronounce your last name?
Oh, whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Who else is here
now?
Brower! Brower!
I hope there's not too bad of an echo. I'm on my phone. I gotta go pick up my
Jonathan?
What's up, David?
Wow.
Oh my gosh, there is a lot of people here now.
Hold on, I gotta turn on participants again. Show non-video participants. We got 7 people now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is that Daniel? Hi, Daniel.
What's up, Dylan? How are you?
Sorry, I heard
Daniel.
Dan. Think of his Dan.
That would be Brower. So Xander, bro.
Hi, Daniel.
Also, really quickly, Brower, congrats on the release of the final episode of season 3.
Thank you. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
But it did.
Mostly tears.
Mostly tears.
Mostly blood.
Oh, hi, Dylan. Is it only the front facing? Oh, or that's Jonathan. Hi, Jonathan. All right. So then also introducing to the stream. You guys need to tell me who joins because I won't be able to see it. But introducing to the stream, Will Brower and Jonathan. What the fuck? Jonathan Parrish. God,
Jonathan
I'm still good. I'm good at names now. What's up?
Or no?
Oh, your audio is real delayed, and we can barely hear you. Yeah, while he's figuring that out, for context, we're talking about all of us starting Full Sail and like moving to our apartments to kind of start out. So, who was in the middle of talking?
Oh, me. I was talking about like one of my first apartments. It was called Village, Colgate Inn or something like that. Within the first 2 months of me living there, they sent me an eviction notice because they were demolishing the property.
Also, Jonathan, real quick, if you could mute yourself anytime you're not speaking.
Yep, my bad. I'm in a different app at the moment. I will switch back and do it.
Excellent.
Thank you. Well, you would definitely be the best candidate, Daniel, then to kind of explain to anyone who's looking to get an apartment by full sale, like which are the good apartments to like look for.
Yeah, because I've definitely been in a couple apartments. I've been at the I would think it was called the Hub, and then I moved into like a actual house, like for rent, and then I moved out and then got another apartment near the Walgreens or on there or Walmart.
Mm-hmm. And then
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah.
what was your last one? Was that the one out towards the neighborhood Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, the grocery store.
So Brian and I,
Walmart.
we had Alvista, and then also Brower, probably don't list yours because you're still there. So
I live in Winter Park, Florida. That is all.
there you go, cool.
Alright,
You
You
live
also
there.
lived in Elvis at one point, right?
Yeah, actually, I lived where Brian used to live when I first moved to Florida in like 2014, and then I moved to Bishop Park, like right around the corner, and then I moved to Alvista with one of my friends from Full Sail, and now I'm officially in like my own stable place in this lovely area next to Target.
No, don't give it away.
It's okay. They've
There's
seen it on
so
YouTube.
many targets. No, yeah, but
I call the targets.
so between Brian and I, so I moved into our apartment at Alvista, my apartment with Jacob in Alvista, like I want to say late September, early October. And the roommates thing was really interesting too, because I saw the roommates list and started reaching out to a bunch of different people. And I actually reached out to Kay as one of the first people on the list. And Kay was the only person who responded to my messages, basically saying, hey, sorry, I already have a roommate, but we can still be friends. And then that's where things just kind of kicked off from there. But the only person who ever reached out to me about being a roommate was my roommate, Jacob. The only person who reached out to me. Jacob. He'll
Jacob MPV.
be in the chat eventually, hopefully. But that was where everything kind of started for me, was moving in with Jacob. What's up, Dylan? Moving in with Jacob to Alvista in our apartment, and then becoming immediate friends with Kay and Haley, and it was just the four of us for a little while. And then Full Sail started. And Full Sail, well, actually, just because Dylan's also here and Jonathan's also here, I think it's worth getting to that point in the story as well. I think it was like maybe a week or two after we had started our classes at Full Sail. Kay, Haley, Jacob, and I were sitting in our apartment on the third floor, chilling in our place, watching, I think it was Harry Potter. And
It was.
yeah, and I think it was either Kay or Haley. I think it was Kay, comes in and is like, hey, Cole, there's some guys playing with lightsabers out on the walking path behind your complex. And I was like, really? Let me go see. And I went out onto the balcony and I see, I think it was who was out there? I know Jonathan was out there. But
I think, and maybe Carlos, but
I saw them down on the walking path just playing with lightsabers.
Sorry, I don't know if I'm coming through. It would have been me, I believe Carlos, Dylan, and Josh might have even been there that day.
Okay, so it was the four of you, yeah. So I like
Josh was chilling.
saw you guys down on from the balcony, and I think it was Jacob or whoever was like, well, that's cool anyways. And I was like, Hey, do you guys remember what I said? I don't really remember what I said.
I never heard you. I want to be clear. I never heard you. It was someone else that technically heard you.
Well, I yelled something that got someone's attention, and then did we end up hanging out that same night? Like, we just invited you guys up for the movie, or was that at a later time?
No, it was later. It was a later date when you guys went to watch this. I think it was the second Harry Potter.
The second Harry Potter, yeah. Oh, right, because, yeah, Chamber of Secrets, yeah. So we
Cole,
broke up our movies day by day.
You
And
probably
that's
said
the day we made Haley hate us.
What was that, Daniel?
Oh, I was gonna say, Cole. You probably said it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
I think it was
Yeah,
probably
he was
closer to
upstairs.
something like nice lightsabers. Yours are bigger than mine, or
It's like-
something.
He was like,
Whoa.
"Hey, you guys like Star Wars? You want to come up and watch
I
Harry
love
Potter with us?"
Spaceballs.
Or
That
something
was-
like that.
Probably.
You said you guys like sci-fi. How about a fantasy movie?
The Harry Potter can be science fiction. You never know. But so that catches us up towards the beginning. So this is the important part for everyone here, who this qualifies for. So I imagine it might be. Well, who here was attending Full Sail between 2020 and 2022?
Me, David.
Jonathan.
I worked there at that time.
All right. So
Well,
basically
I
everyone except
started in
Brower.
2019.
Yeah.
When I started.
And
Oh, we got
Man,
We have
Michael.
Michael.
Michael's
Michael's
here.
here.
Is Michael here?
Yeah, Michael's
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Michael.
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 Michael, I saw you on TV
Oh wait,
earlier.
his camera didn't turn on. Where is he?
Michael is dead
What's up,
for
Michael?
further notice.
Oh, his
He's
camera.
gone. He's gone.
He was never here to begin.
No.
Oh!
What's Christina doing here?
Oh, help me! He's not.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Someone call somebody. Someone.
I love
Someone
this
call
more than
911.
you realize.
What's
Oh my
Shady's dad
gosh.
doing here?
That's a cool ass setup.
Oh my God!
Oh,
All right,
no
first
way.
of all, welcome to the stream, Michael Wolven Lawton, Wolven Swiftwind.
Kiss it. Give it a.
Oh, there's
Uh,
I
a
apologize.
stream.
Mike, how was the stream?
It's not my type.
Oh.
My stream?
Yeah, how was your stream?
Yeah, it's okay. 100 viewers, 30 hours of watch time. Not as big as
My
we
God.
usually do for Smash Nights.
Did you end up seeing the premiere at all for the last episode?
When they were fighting, I literally opened another tab right when it ended with the Shadow Realm and some decipherable texts.
Ah.
Subscribe.
Cole, your background looks badass.
Thank you. I copied your color scheme of putting purple in the background. Right, Brian? Brian? Michael? Right? Yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah? Fuck you.
Not
Anyway.
the pinky. Not the pinky.
Anyway. All right, so
You know what's...
go for it, Mike. What's up?
Sorry. You know what's weird? Like, the newer lights for background colors aren't as good as just a giant-ass colored light bulb in a thing.
It happens.
Those lights are actually worse for background. I'm so surprised about that. Okay, sorry, that's all I wanted to say.
Well, to catch everyone up to where we are now, so we've officially moved in and Full Sail officially started. Everyone who is attending Full Sail during the pandemic, describe to me, take your turns, describe to me what your experience generally was like with the
Can I go
pandemic.
first?
Like, sure. Go
I
for
would
it.
I would very much like to go first. So can I get into Candyland now, or should I just hold off on that?
Just
and just explain
if you
overall.
want to, yeah.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so when I first got to Full Sail, obviously I didn't really know anybody, and going into Candyland, which is like a huge, well, to me it was huge at the time,
Best
and all of
soundstage
us.
ever.
A very, very beautiful soundstage, and it had all the equipment and all the technology that we needed to be our creative selves and do whatever we wanted with, because the teachers didn't really care. But when we first got there, obviously it was very intimidating because none of us knew each other and we were just thrown to do different things. But honestly, like going into the into the classes in general, when the pandemic hit, was just like a little weird because it was like that slow transition of people starting to be coming together after COVID-ish and wearing masks and everything. So it was a weird transition, even just outside of Full Sail. But yeah, so like once we started doing the classes and started going to Candyland, which again was this really cool soundstage, I started to. I don't know when the first time I started talking to you, Cole, was.
It was
I think-
Candyland.
It was in Candyland. Yeah, I think we
It
were making a
was.
film together, like a little short film.
Oh, David, I know this one. It was the flowers, wasn't it?
I don't think it was the flowers.
I wasn't there
no.
for that. I'm pretty sure it was the
Dang.
one that's on David's channel, which is Deal Breaker.
Yeah,
which
it
is
was
where,
that one. It was that one.
Which is where I'm pretty sure Brian, you and I met for. No, we met in the beginning of Candyland, but that's
Yeah.
where you and I got to know each other a little better, was through that film.
Oh
Yeah, that was
100%. That
really
one was
fun.
a pretty big one.
I
Yeah.
was director
Big.
and the gaffer and a little bit of the DP for that one.
Yeah, that was really fun. I
Yeah.
really.
I was the
yeah.
assassin.
So
that was it.
you
I was the
was the
assassin.
assassin. Yeah. So doing little projects, little short film projects like that in Candyland is like has really brought us together. And the cool thing about COVID in that time was the teachers didn't really seem to know what they were doing.
I don't know if I'd
So
call
they
that
kinda-
cool.
Yeah. So they
I
kind of
don't
just let us
agree
do
with
whatever we wanted to. And
Gotta stay positive.
playing around with the lights and doing different things and creating different scenarios has really enabled us to learn about not only what good lighting looks like, but get to know the proper procedures for doing different setups and like
And giving us room to experiment, I think, was the most
Exactly.
important part.
Basically,
Exactly.
grip. Learning how to be a
Yeah.
grip before anything
being
else.
grip was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Being grip was a huge thing. Yeah, I
Yeah,
loved
I
doing
agree.
all of that all around. It's I would say COVID during Full Sail was a good and a bad thing. It depends on what class it was because teachers approached it very differently. I remember we had one teacher who didn't even show up to class.
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
he completely forgot there was a class, and he just didn't show up. So we were just there outside the door for like 20 minutes.
That was
30
like
minutes.
at least a
remember that. I
year.
remember.
That was a year and maybe a half later. That was like a year
Oh, was
later.
it?
Yeah, that was
I
way
can't- I
later.
can't remember.
But
Yeah, that was towards the end of it.
it was definitely like the pandemic overall made teachers a lot lazier, because I remember, to jump forward a little bit, I think it was like a year into the program, we had a class where they had us sign in like for attendance by joining a Zoom call, but they had a class scheduled in person. And so we showed up in person to the classroom and didn't take attendance, and instead told us to log on to the Zoom call and proceeded to do the remainder of the lesson on the Zoom call with our computers instead of, presenting in the fucking classroom that we were in.
I remember that,
That's too
dude.
much work.
I was so angry.
I was so
That day.
angry.
I was so angry. Yeah, it was just a huge waste of time.
Who
And
here,
gas.
who here
Much more
remembers?
started before COVID even
Gotta
started, so
charge
you know
that
what
extra
it was
money.
like before then.
Yeah, I was gonna say me and Dylan have a really unique perspective on this because we went from pre-COVID and we went several months before COVID. Then we went the entirety through COVID and then post-COVID. We had all three. And what I will say is
Fucking
how
sucked.
Full Sail
3 arcs.
handled COVID was awful, especially at first. It was so disorganized.
Mhm. Does how many of us here remember when Full Sail had us do like temperature checks with the stickers as well?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
Oh,
you're bringing back
God.
memories I forgot I had.
I have
Yeah.
so many stickers.
I was collecting those stickers. I would get at least
I-
one of each color. I think I made it actually. Wait,
Sad.
hold on.
Robert,
I
do you have a
think I got it.
collection?
I think I got it.
One of the
I had a
things, so one of the things that I
Stickers.
did, which was essential for my, it was very crucial for me, was that little thing sitting behind me on the floor. That was my one wheel. That one wheel I got less than a month into being into Full Sail. And those temperature checks, I started putting those stickers on my helmets. So
I think everyone did it at one point, and I still don't know why they were all Shazam themed.
why were they Shazam?
All of them.
Yeah.
I have every color. I have the Infinity Stones of Shazam Full Sail stickers on my helmet. If I put this on, I control
how
the
many you
universe.
got? How many you got?
I got, so there's white, yellow, like a
There's
very
name all the
faded
colors.
teal,
Eight colors.
hot pink, purple, green, another teal one, and like a hot orange.
Man, I don't got pink.
Ah, you're not a collector
How dare
then.
me.
Cole, on a slightly
Oh,
different
I know
note,
exactly what I
but,
did with a pink one.
What's up, Jonathan?
I was gonna say on a slightly different note. I actually remember the day you got your one wheel because you were talking about it before you ordered it.
Did I really? What was the
Yeah,
what was that day
because-
like?
Oh, that's all you talked about for like 2 months.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
that or like corridor crew tricks that you wanted to learn from the one wheel, or additions that they had for the one wheel that you wanted to get for it.
I was thinking about
sounds like
upgrading
him.
it.
Sounds
Cole
like him.
would be the type of
Yeah.
person that watches Corridor Crew.
I do. Oh yeah, they're my
Oh
favorite
yeah.
content creators
To
out there.
clarify, he pays for the subscription for corridor crew.
I am a corridordigital.com subscriber,
Does
and
not
it's worth
surprise
it.
me
Knew
at
it.
all.
It's so worth it. I would love to show you guys some of those crew cut episodes because they're great.
I don't know why, but you remind me of a young Linus Tech Tips too. I don't know why. You just give me that vibe.
Who's here? Is this K? That's K.
Is K here?
K. Yeah, K's
K.
here.
Where's Elemental P?
K! K is currently at a trampoline park, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, hello!
Oh,
no.
so much fun. I'm
Oh my god, it's K!
Are you the purple guy
Hey,
from
you're
Five
like
Nights
my
at Freddy's?
fourth favorite letter.
Yes, I killed those children.
You're the purple
Whoa.
guy. Right?
Confirmed.
Michael, you were literally playing FNAF 3 like the other day, weren't you?
It hurts my
What?
soul, but yes. It hurts my
What'd you
soul,
say?
but yes.
My,
That is my
Michael was
least
playing
Five Nights at
FNAF.
Freddy's game.
Hey, you know
I
what?
hate that
We
one
got
so much.
right now. We got three people with purple in their background.
Yo, let's
My
make
soul
that
is purple,
4. Hold
in
on.
I still like yours the best.
I
How
know.
did you do that, Cole?
I know.
You know,
So
you
much
know, if I
better than
pass by
mine.
a
Mine
strip
looks
club,
like
I'm
a
sure I'll get
mixed
purple in the
mess.
background.
Okay, really
This is what
quickly,
I'm staring at. I wish this would
confirm
be
or
the
not, the first time you and I ended up like talking was through the roommate system, right?
Yes,
Cool.
Who?
through email at first.
Was it through email? Dang. Oh yeah, and then it was
You
Snapchat.
emailed me.
Wow,
and
such
said,
a
"Hey,
bummer.
I'm your roommate. I don't even have an apartment ready for us. So if you want to be my roommate, I've got us covered." I was like, "I already got a roommate. Sorry." So
And then we started talking on Instagram, and then we made an Instagram group, didn't we?
Yep.
That's where I learned. That alone was where I learned how to use Instagram a lot more. Like I didn't know that Instagram had all those functions, those features, because it was new to me at the time.
what did you think it had?
I don't know. People post pictures and stuff. I don't know. It was new to me. I didn't know.
Pictures in a couple words, Cole. Picture in a couple words.
What's a story?
No, I-
I don't know what a story is.
Facebook had that at the time. No, it didn't. Not yet.
Yeah, they have that on Snapchat. Sorta. But I kind of relate to that because like I had to adapt to iMessage and Snapchat too. Because I never used those before.
That yes. Okay,
How
so
long it took me to get used to Discord in
For-
2016.
for Full Sail, anyone looking to go into Full Sail viewers, whoever is in the stream right now, hi. It was Snapchat and iMessage became essential for basically communicating with any student. Don't know why. People just don't like messages and stuff.
Animation didn't have
Oh,
that.
for me, it was Instagram. Instagram was huge for me.
Instagram and
So-
Messengers chats.
So
Discord was
ironically,
also big.
there was another big one pre-COVID, because pre-COVID, I don't know how it was for you guys, but there was a lot of international students. So WhatsApp and stuff like that was really, really popular.
Yes, I remember that.
Streaming.
Yeah. WhatsApp is big everywhere but the US, apparently.
Yeah.
Because
By the
like
way, did
everywhere on the
everybody-
planet, they use
Actually-
WhatsApp.
I only remember using WhatsApp for group projects pre-COVID. Then post-COVID, it was basically Discord for some projects, and then like communicating with friends with Snapchat.
I remember the Discord thing. I have a story for that. But Kay, what were you saying?
I was saying, did everybody like introduce themselves and like say what degree or something they did?
Oh, well, I mean,
Not yet.
yeah, well, okay. Introducing to the stream, Kay Van Nortrick?
Sure, yeah, that's my last name. That is actually, but sorry, that came across sarcastic.
I can't remember people's last names sometimes.
Hi, I'm Kay. I went to Full Sail for computer animation. There you go.
There you go. Wait, what? All right, really quickly, let's zoom through everyone. Who here? What's your degree at Full Sail? What was your degree?
Film.
Film.
Woo, film.
Film.
I went to
Film.
Full Sail
At Full Sail.
Flam.
2018.
I think I did.
All of us just awkwardly saying film in a row.
So we got an animator in our group. Whoa.
Am I
There we go,
seriously
Michael,
the only
just
one
like-
here?
Whispering a microphone.
Oh, you're getting the green screen out? That's awesome.
Unfortunately, I will go here soon. I might pop back in later, maybe.
Well, I imagine this stream's going to go until the end of the night. Like, I'd put 10 o'clock as like a, if anyone needed to go, like you don't have to stick around thing, but I'm going to go until I don't feel like streaming anymore.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm probably gonna have to dip soon because I'm getting near the beach to pick up Charisma, and I'm gonna lose connection once I get there.
All good. Well, we'll continue with our storytelling and all that jazz, but yeah.
Hopefully, I'll be
Yay.
here longer to actually talk about stuff. I just
Cool.
wanted to say hi.
Dude, wait, hold on. I think
Hello.
Jonathan just got pulled over by the cops. Just see red and blue lights flashing on his
No,
face.
no. I didn't. There's a fucking massive
Trying to hide
accident
his
right there.
phone.
Okay. Okay.
All right. See you guys later. I'll be back later. Bye
Bye,
bye.
Kay.
Bye.
Okay.
See ya.
Okay.
So to continue where we left off, so I do remember Discord was very important for one of the first 3 months that we ended up having. Like the first 3 months we had
Still
a
in
class.
that server I'm in, actually.
The one that I left or I deleted or whatever.
CO2 Studios.
Oh, no. So prior to Full Sail, my YouTube channel used to go by Made Easy Productions because I thought I had to be professional by creating a production company. So I scrapped that, rebranded to just Cole, and then went to Full Sail. And then there was a class, I want to say it was within the first 3 or 5 months, where you had to come up with a production company, like a fake production company of sorts.
Yeah,
And so-
12i Studios.
The new
me and
media-
John. 12i
Yeah.
Studios.
Yeah, 12i rep.
I got
Yeah.
together with
Three studios.
Me.
Nick. Is
I
it
was
Nick
in-
Schulte? Nick
No. That Nick Schulte is someone else.
Who is
It was Nick Gardella. It was
Nick Gardella. I got with Nick
Yeah.
Gardella, Jack McIntyre, and two other it was 2 other people.
It was me. I was in there too.
You were in
it? Yeah, I was in it. I was.
I totally
one of the
forgot who
people-
you were, man. Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's
Yeah.
okay. We
I
were still
don't
meeting each other.
remember.
I barely knew you at the time because that was before Candyland.
Right.
But that I was paired with I forgot who the last guy's name was. He didn't stick around for our classes. I think he got held behind a class, but he was just one of those kids that we kind of just forgot about.
It was
but
it was the 4 or 5 of us, and I had
Yeah, it
that
was-
name, the
yeah.
Made Easy Productions, just in the back pocket. And I think we were talking about what do we make the name, and I was like, I have an idea, and we went with that. So that was really cool to see that come to fruition. But the thing that made that class so frustrating was that the teachers were so contradicting.
They were so contradicting,
That's
and
true.
it pissed me the.
I agree. There was a guy there named Mike who had really dark hair when me and John took it, and he was like the worst of all of them.
No, so it was
so
two
I don't know if
So-
there's
2 female
for you
teachers, I
guys.
believe.
Yeah, we had 2 female.
Oh, so Mike
teachers.
left.
Mhm.
So Mike was very, very, very strict. Weirdly, he was sometimes contradictory, but sometimes gave you really, really good advice. the thing with him though is like outside of school he was really cool because he did an extra curricular thing called Movies with Mike, where we would either go watch movies or play games. Like we fucking played through Doki Doki Literature Club as an extracurricular class.
Yeah,
with
nice.
That's cool. That's really
Trauma.
cool.
Yeah, for us, they were like, create an origin of your thing, and I think we came up with an origin that kind of made sense of like, oh yeah, we went to a film festival in Georgia or in Atlanta, and we wanted to meet up and whatever. It was a fake story. And then the teacher's like, this is okay, but it's got to be more exciting. Like, come up with something wacky that happens. And we were like, all right, I guess like Jack came in on his flying pogo stick and we started throwing peaches at each other. Something about peaches. And then we presented that thinking it was going to be awful. And the teachers were like, yes, more of that. We want more of that. We're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
No more peaches.
Yeah.
We need more peaches. Bigger.
Also, because me and Dylan were so separate, or like there was such a big time difference between when we did it. All of our stuff for that class, I posted a link in the voice chat for our 12i Instagram that has all of our leftover animations and posters and some of the things from it. If anyone was curious on what it looked like, because that was pre-COVID, that class, and basically everything that was required of us was posted to that Instagram.
Oh wow. I remember your thing was used as an example in our class.
Oof.
The
Wait,
fusion?
It was?
Yeah, the fusion with the mask.
Let me open it up.
Yeah, the fusion with the mask of the against the grass with the glowing mask and it's yeah, that was used as an example in our class.
As a bad example then?
No, they used it as a good example.
Oh. Okay.
The Ancients, they did show the trailer, did they?
Brian just gets lit up with like the light of God or something.
Yeah, no, I opened the Instagram on the second monitor over here, and I was like, oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, it was showed to us in class as one of the best examples. And that was at the time in which we didn't know who you guys were.
Yup.
I'm surprised if they showed anything. That with like Don too.
I have
saw
a
Don's
picture.
project.
Oh yeah, the teleportation project, right?
Yeah. I have
See,
somewhere here.
If they'd showed anything, I thought it was going to be like the logo or like the animation we had for the logo, because I thought we had a really clean animation for our logo.
I'm pretty sure I still have somewhere the logo that I did. Yeah.
There's a picture of me. There's John right here.
Wait, really? It's in the Instagram thing, isn't it? Oh yeah, there's you. Wait, yeah, there you are. Oh yeah, you're holding the boom mic.
Yeah. Also, don't worry.
And John is picking his nose.
It up because the axis was broken, so it wouldn't stay.
Well, it's a fake shoot anyway. Wait, no, didn't they have you make like a fake trailer for a film? Yeah, they didn't do that for us. They were just like, create a fake production company, and that was it.
Good.
Man, I had to make.
We shot the trailer on the back lot, and we were confined to how much time we could use in class, and then how much time had to be with editing. Which, by the way, our editing was supposed to be Carlos, but our director was a little micromanaging. But we still have the trailer. Like I could send a trailer.
John, you just opened up an old wound. Hey, Brian. Hey, Daniel. Hey, David. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
How often would you say Full Sail gave us permission to film on the back lot for our own projects? Just out of curiosity. Huh?
Never, but I didn't anyway.
What? Never? Oh, how interesting. Even though the marketing and the tours for Full Sail are openly like, oh yeah, you get to film on this the entire time. No, the only shoot or anything we had ever done on the back lot was like 1 month where we had like a couple of grip classes where we set up a giant 12x12. We did like the dolly cart thing where you put in the shimmies and the whatever.
I was fucking
never.
I retook that class with you guys, and I did that class with you guys. I think
they never let us film on the back lot, and if we tried to, they made all the paperwork almost impossible.
Yeah, the paperwork was insane. I remember trying to film there once, and it's like, there was like 16 documents in total. You didn't have to like write a bunch of stuff on each document, but you had to like put in information and a list of like all the dates and specific times and who everyone is going to be there and what equipment you'll be using, and it was just a lot of freaking work. And it's like, dude, if you're going to promote this on your website, at least make it a little easier for people like us who just want to make little short films on the side of class to just go there, have fun, and do our own little thing instead of just doing it in the classes. Because that's how they were promoting
I
it.
never asked permission for anything. Like, usually whenever I'm like, hey, can I film a scene here for a YouTube thing? Sure, just tell us when, how many people, we'll let you in. I'm like, okay, it's that much of paperwork? Yeah. And no props. Okay. Never gets
No
back to
props.
me. And never gets back to me, but every time I was there last week, security sucks. I walk in, film for an hour, get the whole thing done, leave. Last week, I go there, I walk into this little alcove area where you just open the outdoor doorway and there's a hallway. We use that for an entire.
Yeah, you used that for Snake. You were in the framing, behind like you were in between the fake set and the actual building.
Yeah,
I recognize those metal beams because if you look behind the buildings, it's just made of metal. It's not actually a building facade.
Yeah, literally, it's in between the classrooms.
Also, I was supposed to be that character.
You still are.
I think we had the same problem shooting at the parking lot, remember?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
David's short film.
Was it David's film or was it?
Yeah.
David,
shot inside Shade's
tell
car.
us a little bit about that film just really quickly, like what we're talking about. Like, give context for those who are listening. David?
David.
Maybe he died. Gone. Anyway,
well,
I'll just summarize really quickly. We did it.
That still works.
Was that Brian? Was that? I know. Okay, I know for a fact it was that shoot that I met Shady for the first time. I know that for a fact.
Was it?
Yeah, because I never knew who Shady was, and then we hung out for that shoot. We I helped as like the grip with like the light on the side of the car there to get like the lights going by, and then we went
through the window.
I think we went to. It was either the same day or the following day. We went to David's apartment at the time, and then went to like the little picnic bench where we filmed my scenes in the suit. And then that's where Shady and we like traded videos and we showed each other our videos. And that I think was the first official time like I actually got to know Shady and I actually met Shady. So I'm pretty sure that's where he and I had first met, was on David's shoot.
I thought you guys knew like way before that.
No, I was not in that little group for a while. Like I would imagine between all of us, like Brian, you were one of the first aside from Shady. Like Shady was first, but then like between like us as the new Full Sail students, Brian, you definitely got to know Brower like way sooner.
Yeah, through Shady even.
Yeah, because
the very first
the first thing we worked on was my little Death Note skit.
Is that the first one that you and I worked on?
I don't think so. It was the one inside my apartment.
You guys played Waluigi and Snake in the Christmas special before that.
The Christmas special, yes. That was the first. No. It was a subscriber special.
That's right.
It was a subscriber special because that's where I thought it was canon and everything, and I was super serious with the acting. Mm-hmm. And then the next one that we did was the holiday special, and I'm like, oh, so maybe it's not that serious. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so fun fact, I actually met Shady through an APN I was working on. And for people who are watching, like, what's an APN? But that was like the advanced production class that it was like your thesis project for Full Sail. But students who were just going into Full Sail could join those projects while they were going on and just, be a production assistant or grip or even like a higher position, like a second AD that I was able to do for some reason at one point. But I actually met Shady through that because he was the first AD on a shoot and he was just helping out a friend at the time. So my first impression of Shady was him as a first AD like yelling at people and bossing people around. So I thought he was like this hard ass guy,
Which is not his element. Like
He's-
he doesn't like
not
doing
at
that.
all.
100% not.
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
He's the
He's
exact
not
No,
like
he,
that.
he might
Yeah.
seem like a cocky bastard,
Is
but
he
he's
coming?
not.
He should be here eventually. I mean,
I
if
hope.
Brower, if you want to reach out to him, I'll just.
He actually he actually just said he might not make it tonight, but if
Aw.
he he said this.
I can't hear it. It's not playing.
Pretty much
Oh.
he says he might not be able to make it tonight, but tell Cole if they talk about me, mention how the Pinky story originated.
Oh my god. Do we just rip it off like a
Yes.
band-aid now and just talk about that now,
off.
or do we save that for later when
'Cause
it's
I don't
appropriate?
even know this story.
I want to do the climax
You
of
don't?
tonight.
Oh
Oh,
man.
I don't
Well
know
then
this
where's
story.
Michael? Hold on. Someone has to get Michael in here first before we do that.
Yeah, he
Michael,
texted on the comments that he was leaving.
Oh, you mean like leaving for the night?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, no. Someone has to go get Michael, and if they bring him in,
Yeah.
that's when you can talk about Pinky. Because he's the origin. He's the reason why that exists, all right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
I
latest
continue.
feel like we should get Shady to come here and tell us the story himself.
He
I'm
can
texting
do
him
that.
right now.
If Shady or Michael show up, then you can talk about Pinky. Until then, we'll move on. Deal?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. All right,
curious.
so in regards to Full Sail, so we had COVID, the temperature checks, things like that. Teachers are a little bit lazier. The full integration of Full Sail 1 was also really interesting, but it was a lot of online courses where there were a lot of situations which you had to make a post and then leave like a certain amount of comments and then do something else to like
I
be
fucking
class.
hated that shit.
Yeah.
That was the
Leave a
worst
review.
fucking assignments. It was so lazy, so dumb.
You
Such
could
a
tell
lazy
who
assignment.
cared about the projects or not based on those exact comments.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Holy shit.
I gave it my all no
Fucking
matter what though.
assignment.
If it came out lazy, I guess it came out lazy.
So then, aside from that, were there any classes for you guys, and this goes for everyone, were there any classes for you guys that really stood out as being either the worst class or the best class? Like what?
Actually,
Yes.
okay, I'll let Brow go first.
So out of nowhere, this was the worst class. Halfway, almost done with my course. Like I'm 2 classes away from graduating, and there's this random algebra class out of nowhere. Like I finished my film course, we're taking our finals, and then right before the final month, hey, here's math. So I literally, like, almost failed the first 2 tests, passed the last one, and then the final one, I'm like, I'm focusing on like my film project right now for my last class. If I pay you like $10, can you help do this test for me? So I literally just paid someone to do my final.
You
for me.
paid someone?
Literally, I'm like, this is math. I'm here for film. Can you help me with this? Sure. That was the worst class because no one helped me at all. I literally used phono math.
Yeah, I did too. I did too.
Other
Yeah.
than that, that was my worst class because it was in the finale.
Oh,
But the best class, I think, I can't remember the name of it, but I was in a sound stage, and I had to be the boom operator for the most part, but after that, we got to fucking break down the entire set with, like, hammers and shit, and that was the funnest part, like, after we filmed the project.
I
It
will
was,
say, just to add on to the math thing, I do remember having like a math course, but it was closer towards the beginning for us. And I hated
Yeah.
that class because literally every single problem we did, the instructions weren't clear. So like you do the logic and it's like, it's
Yeah.
wrong because they messed up how to explain the problem that you were trying to solve. So
They
it wasn't
wanted
our
to make
fault.
you
It
look
was
like
that they
you
were
know.
poorly explained. So
They wanted to make you look like you're stupid.
yeah.
But basically, the best class was my final soundstage class where I got to tear down the set after the worst class algebra right before that class. So, and
Can I go for
that was in 2019.
Yeah.
When I
Who wants to go
19?
next?
Dang. I would like to go. So for me, I think one of my favorite classes was either APN or FI5. And FI5, Daniel was actually the director of the movie that we
Oh,
were
yeah.
doing. I was the first AD, and so I
Funny
got
thing
to
about
know.
that, real quick, is no one chose or decided to be director for that. Everyone else wanted to do the smaller
Oh
role.
yeah,
Caught
yeah,
me
you're
by
the only
surprise.
one
I was
who
like, you know what?
yeah.
Let me try to step in because
And
I
then
wouldn't
I
write
got
my name
stuck in a
normally.
production with
Yeah.
freaking
No.
oh god, what was
Not
his
really.
name?
But
I wanted
it
to be the
was-
cam op.
It was
Yeah.
really.
I've always had the set in my head. But yeah, sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
David, you tell
it
your
was
story.
it was a really interesting class because like it was our first time like going into a sound stage and then like decorating everything and like being like obviously we were able to be hands-on with the lights before then and all that shenazzle, but we were actually putting it to the test now. And that was the hardest part because that's where each of us put in our own experiences and our own knowledge on different aspects of what we were doing. So there would be like one kid that was really good at lighting and he would do the lighting, and then someone else with sound doing the sound. It was just really interesting because that's how we got to know people in our class too, because this person does that and that person does that. But being a first AD for that class was super cool because got to know Larry Katz a little better. But also,
The Larry Cat.
I thought, I freaking love Larry. We still talk, but
Wow.
Wow. Awesome.
yeah, I still talk to him a little bit, but yeah, I just really liked that class because the script we were working off of, Daniel, was just super fun. Yulia was like
Yeah, no,
Yulia.
I worked really closely with Yulia and Ashley. They were based, and Brian as well. They were like those were just the four of us, our four minds coming together to create
Yeah,
this wonderful project. Because have you guys seen
I forgot what was the script.
It was the Camouflage Apocalypse.
yeah,
Camouflage Apocalypse.
the
yeah.
alien that
Yeah.
was the doppelganger or something other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also that's also one of my classes.
Actually, I remember something. Yulia and I, she was a DP for this project, and I was the first AD. We were staying up till like 2 a.m. creating shot lists and figuring out what we were going to do for the shoot next day. And Daniel, you were on a shoot with Carson that night doing something for him.
Wait,
You
what
were up
shoot was
super
that?
late.
Was that one of the ones that you and I were on?
The zombie one, the one with all the
Yeah,
zombies.
yeah, we
and-
were.
Yeah.
I was there too.
Yeah.
I was being an extra. I was an extra. I was a
Zombie. Wait, so that means you guys were working on it Halloween?
Was it Halloween?
Well, wait,
No,
did
I
we
don't think-
film that
no,
on
it was
Halloween, or did it
Halloween.
come out
It wasn't
Halloween?
Halloween.
The
It was-
zombies
it was
one
like-
was
I feel
That
like
was
we
like-
we filmed like a week before Halloween.
It was in
Maybe, yeah.
October. It was like a week before because at the time we were like planning the shoot, and the shoot was like a little bit before Halloween.
Let's see
So
what the files of fate say. What was it? FI?
I remember Brian, you were the gaffer for Camouflage Apocalypse, weren't you?
no, that
he
was
wa-
Josh.
he
That was
was-
cam op.
Wait, but
Yeah.
why were you talking I feel like you were talking to me about all the lighting stuff.
Oh yeah, I was because I was curious.
Oh yeah, well
That
yeah.
was it.
Okay, all right.
I was
well,
just curious. I was trying to
at
get
the
to know a little
exact
bit of
same
lighting.
time-
actually, oh sorry.
Well, at the exact I forget why can't I remember his name, the guy who
It
directed
was
our
around
thing.
October though. You'd have the time. We have the time period, right?
It was directed by, let me see, because I named it something else. Phantom Film. It was Phantom Film, directed, Caden, Cato. Cato directed our
That guy
film,
was
and I was the
high on
gaffer.
life.
I was the gaffer for that shoot. But then, what was the situation for you guys regarding that project? Because for us, nobody wanted the footage. I was the only person who actively sought to download the footage, and I'm the only one who has an actual copy of the footage.
For me, I mean, I was the director. I was gonna edit my own stuff anyway. But
Now I
Okay,
remember we ended up having two versions because we had an editor. I forgot her name. What was her
Okay, look.
name?
I think it was.
I think it was
Elizabeth.
Emily or
Elizabeth.
Oh, it was
yeah,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
Yeah,
was
yeah.
our editor, And then Daniel came out and was like, you know what? I want my own thing. I want.
I mean, yeah, I had a vision because I had a vision on it, and I had to fight the instructors for some of these changes. Like, they wanted to have the walls just plain white or something. I was like, no, make these walls green because no
Yeah,
one's gonna wanna look at a
dilapidated. Give it color.
Yeah, yeah. I made sure it looked run down. I wanted originally to give the room a sort of a conspiracy theorist look, like this guy knew they were coming. That's why
Huh.
the house was already ransacked.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah,
I
a little
remember
bit
I
of
was
lore.
actually, yeah, it actually turned out really good. But I remember in the very beginning, I was actually reaching out to Nick Schulte, who was ahead in the program. He was like actually about to graduate at this time, but he actually had the opportunity to work on a lot of really cool projects outside of Full Sail. Like he did a music video for Big Sean at some point. And I actually gained a lot of inspiration from him. And I was talking to him a little bit about lighting. I know it was out of my place, but I shared a few ideas with Josh, and it was just a really fun project because it wasn't like a Hollywood production or anything. It was a Full Sail production, so we had a lot of creativity that we could just throw around within our positions. And I think
Within
that's
the
like
supervision of the instructors, and they were really chill.
they were very laid back, yeah. So we were able to get away with a lot of things.
Was that FI5 or FI4?
FI5? Wait, was it
FI4.
four?
I thought it was
I'm pretty sure-
FI4.
FI4.
Yeah.
I know
thought it
because
was
I worked there
FI5.
right after our FI4. Like the month after I started working there as a work study for them.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was FI4.
It
yeah,
is
that's right,
FI4.
that's
I'm
right.
looking at it, but except it's listed in Full Sail 1 project and portfolio 4. So where does FI come from? Is that film something?
Not even
Uh,
they know. No one knows it.
Not even sure.
Weird.
Yeah.
What
Oh.
do you guys remember what your scores were in most of those classes? Because I'm looking at my GPA right now and it's a 3.79.
Oh, I had
Yeah.
like a
Memory.
I had a 3.8, I think,
Nice.
ending up, or 3.7 or something. I can't remember.
What's up,
I
Brown?
can't recall. It's just a number, right?
I remembered. I
It
think
literally
I
doesn't matter.
I think I have like 1 point accepting me into the master's degree, like just 1 point of accepted into the master's degree.
Wow.
Oh,
impressive.
speaking of FI5, want to know how I met Michael?
How?
This picture, right here. I met him as an actor.
That's Michael.
God.
Put it on general.
Oh my god.
That is Michael.
That's Michael in 2018
That is-
as a. I met him because he was the actor for our film
I'm
project.
saving that. Oh my god! Look at you guys.
Wait.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't see anything. What are you guys looking? Oh,
there's
wait.
a
Oh, it's in
chat.
the
There's
chat.
There's
I
a
see
chat.
it. I see.
Is they literally they were like
Dang.
remember students
Wow.
don't talk.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
like,
was
when
wearing
students-
eye makeup.
Here's Michael now.
Yes.
Yes.
How did you meet?
Jesus.
how did
Oh
you
my
meet
God, Michael, you got in here.
Ah, you're joining at
possible.
the perfect time. Mike, you want to explain this picture?
Literally, they said don't talk to the actors, and I talked to the actors, and now I'm friends with Michael.
Wow. They said
Dude,
don't
you
make
were
friends.
wearing eyeshadow and you look great in a suit, but your short hair is very, very, very different.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
great.
God.
Okay,
I
well,
got okay.
Oh yeah. Also here,
I
here
think
I
all the
am.
best actors, Michael. Actually.
so wait, all right, which one of you got
What's up?
Wolven back in the chat?
I was watching the stream the whole time.
Hey.
Oh, that's my.
Why'd you leave then? Because you almost
I just
missed
didn't
out on.
wanna interrupt.
Well,
It was your
did you
private
hear the
Full
fact
Sail
that they
memories. I
want
didn't
they
wanna
want to know
interrupt.
they want to know the story about Pinky?
Oh, that is a lovely story. But I
Is
want
it-
to talk about the Edgar Allan Poe thing. That fucking mustache. You think that's one of the ones on the strip? You think that's one? No, those are individual. They put freaking glue on me and individually put the stupid mustache.
It's realistic.
Like, oh yeah, no, there was this like really. I had a kissing scene in that, like a deep kissing scene, and the other girl was actually kind of hot. Don't tell Christina.
Whoa.
but
I
there
have
was
a few
nothing romantic about that kiss in that scene. Like I was just like, oh my god, this fucking mustache.
I'm
And
Oh
action.
god, you can still feel it to this day.
and then also
Blue.
Brower, your
Yeah,
hair
I
was
need
a
more
different
lip
type of
reading.
wild then.
It was ass hair.
It felt like it. It was itchy. That was a nightmare.
That was basically that looks like your Darkiplier persona.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, where's the picture?
We're looking at
Where's
the picture, yeah.
It's in the comments.
Cole brought it up.
The
on
little
screen.
chat.
The chat for the Discord, it's in the
Oh.
thing.
That looks like my dark.
It basically looks like your Darkiplier ego.
Oh, it's so bad back then.
It's your new character.
Well,
But
okay,
how
so
did I
really
meet you,
quickly,
Cole?
really what? What's up?
I forgot how I met you. How did I meet you?
Okay, so I don't remember how you and I met. Was it through Nico's werewolf shoot? I think we were friends before then. I think
Yeah, we were. We all were.
I was talking so I was talking specifically how Shady and I met, and that was on David's shoot where Brian was the other character and you were involved in that production.
Was I?
Did we go over to your house one of those days and then that's how I met you? Because you were the mob boss with the sword and it was like you guys are gonna die, so
We were at the parking garage in downtown, and we were shooting a scene. It was Brian, Shady, and him, and he was the bad guy.
Yeah, but I wasn't part of that.
Oh, I remember that.
I wasn't
now.
part of that. I joined after that was shot, and I joined for the car chase stuff and my cameo at the very end. But I don't remember if we got together at some point for that, and that's how we met. You could probably ask Christina. Christina probably knows better than us.
She remembers everything that ever happened in my life. It's kind of scary.
I can't
Like,
remember
how were you
Against
there
you.
for my birth?
You know what my first impressions of you, Cole, was?
He's gay? Because everyone apparently
no.
thought I was gay, so
I think it's the voice.
You're very
Well,
silly.
there's nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with it. Hey, nothing wrong with
Pride
it.
Month.
Happy
I thought
Pride
you were
Month!
super nerdy. I thought you were super nerdy, but super professional. I was actually kind of surprised because I thought I met you. What?
It was no, it wasn't a Halloween party, but it was the party where you and I met because Shady or Brian invited me over to your place for a little party that you were doing, and I was wearing my Unisana split tee, and we talked about Unisanas. There's that photo where we're holding Brower at like with his throat by an axe, and I'm like ready to shoot him or whatever, and it's in your house,
Oh
right?
no, I remember that now.
But what was
I
that
remember-
context? What was that for?
You just wanted to do a goofy photo, like.
No, but like, why
You're
were
such-
we there for the party, or was that the first situation which I met?
It was my yearly Halloween party, I think.
Was that the Halloween party? Because I know I dressed up as Loki for the second Halloween party. I don't know.
Look, I haven't been on Facebook in so long. Let me look.
Well, regardless, Mike, while you're here, because I told them they can't talk about the Pinky story until either you or Shady showed up. Would you mind sharing to the class the origin of Pinky and why it's the most overused joke of all
Yes,
time?
Michael. Tell me, who is this Pinky
Please.
fellow?
Give you two pinkies up.
And then also for context, explain who was there and why they were there.
Okay, back when I had minus 10 times what I have right now, it was like the 300 subscriber special.
I thought you were talking about your hair
And
for a sec.
Me too.
oh, what's up?
That too.
I thought
That
you were
too.
talking about your hair. Like mine. I had all this hair.
Shady, what are you?
What are you doing here? No, like Cole and I, like Shady being Shady. God damn it, I love Shady. Shady being Shady. It's like Cole and I was like, it's not a big deal. It's 300. So Shady's like, no, man, you gotta do something.
Dude,
for
Reese
it."
is in the chat now. God dang it.
What's happening?
Reese is in the chat.
Reese.
Reese is currently watching. Hi, Reese. Anyway, continue.
Hello.
Shady being shady is like, no, man, you guys gotta celebrate that. That's 300 people watching you. And Cole and I was just like, oh, okay.
Sure, man. Let's do it. What you
Yeah,
got
no,
in mind?
exactly. So he came up with this 300 episode for his YouTube channel of just like a whole bunch of different challenges. And one of them, sorry, I'm telling you like a whole entire story. One of them was do an impression of the other person. Like in the background, you would have this PowerPoint presentation of like I would act like I'm Cole. So he just added since Cole and I are furries, since he's a furry, he added like just this random pink mascot dancing around in the background. And I was just doing some improv, not even trying to be like negative or anything. I was just doing improv, and I was just like, "Well, that's me. That's my persona. That's not my That's not my persona." It's like his name's Pinky. Cole had a little heart attack.
Pinky in the Stinky.
The full name being Pinky in the Stinky. And that's the origin.
And then it was the shots right after where we're both kind of like sitting down together. It was so the running joke for that video, for that shoot, was, do you want to talk about Bruno? And then, no, we don't want to talk about Bruno. And then Brian was like, do you want to talk about Pinky? And no, we don't talk about Pinky.
No, I forgot about that. That was hilarious.
And then and then the rest of the thing was like Pinky and the stink, Pinky and and then like, oh my god, it just turned into a huge thing. It was hilarious.
And now whenever
Man, I was so happy. I got to take my
You
little
just joined.
brother.
Ion, hello.
Hey.
Hey guys.
What's up, Ion? Where are you?
We're about to close Home Depot. So.
Wow. Are we sponsored by Home Depot now? Is that what's happening?
No.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, dang. I hear that they got a lot of really good business.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to pop by and say hi and, remember our Full Sail times.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, you joined at a perfect time. So we're kind of in like the midst of remembering all kinds of stuff, but Ion, well, all right. First of all, for everyone here, welcome to the stream, Mr. Ion Khan, right? That's how you say your name? Is that how you say your name? Yeah.
Yes.
Ion, is it Ion Khan? Is that how you say your name?
Yeah, I didn't hear you for a second.
Okay, good. All right, cool. Well, Ion, what was your major at Full Sail?
Computer animation.
There you go. All right, we got another animation individual here in the chat, or here in the thing. Also, Reese says yes, Pinky. Hi, Reese. So, Reese, just to kind of catch us up a little bit, like, what was your experience? What were some of the highlights, maybe some of the lowlights of going to Full Sail during COVID, and maybe like one of your favorite classes that you had? Or did he just
Nothing.
leave?
Death.
Gone.
Oh, dang it.
You
Exiled.
mispronounced his name so badly that he left in sadness.
I'm sorry, Michael. I'm sorry. All right. So then, any teachers stand out to you guys as being like really good teachers that you want to give a shout out? Or actually,
Very
really quickly,
cats.
before we get into that,
Vega, 100%.
anyone else have any like want to interject with their favorite or their least favorite classes from Full Sail? Anyone want to jump in?
One of my favorite.
What was
ones-
everybody's impersonation of Cole when they first met him?
No, let's not get into that now.
Oh,
It's also impression, not impersonation.
Wait,
Get your words right.
Guys, Dylan is trying to talk. I want to see what he says.
no, it's not important. What was
Yeah,
the question?
Oh,
What were your favorite classes from Full Sail, or what was your least favorite class from Full Sail, or whatever?
My favorite class, like one of my favorites, one of the ones that's most memorable, even though it had nothing to do with film, was the psychology of play, because our teacher was just so cool. He came in on a skateboard every day, and I don't know, he was awesome. He was a
Nice.
great guy.
I will agree.
I don't know.
For me personally, like the classes that definitely stand out were like some of the psychology of play and creative presentation were definitely really good, because I got the one award from, I think, psychology of play.
Yeah, it was
But
psychology play.
my least favorite class, probably I don't even remember. I can't really pick a least favorite, but favorite had to be mythology and historical archetypes and mythology. That teacher was the best freaking teacher I've ever had in my entire school career. Like that guy cared about what he was teaching, and it was the most entertaining thing I've ever.
Yeah, it was really
learned.
interesting. I had fun doing the projects too.
Oh, the character archetypes where it's like, what you learn your character archetypes through like
yeah.
For me, I think I was like like in order it was ruler, creator, and then my most like my predominant one was the jester. So I don't
That's
know.
cool.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I like that class too.
I also really liked our final shoot that we did.
For APN.
Whatever it was, yeah, I think the APN shoot. That was a fantastic shoot. I think that went really well. I was the key grip for that.
You were the key grip, yeah. I wasn't on that shoot, but that was fun.
The whatchamacallit, the FI4 shoot was also pretty cool, just because I got to turn that all around. But I also liked the shoot that I did with David. I think it was you, me, Anna, Hannah, and Tyler, and Brooke.
Oh,
and it was the earworm one, the one where we used the record player.
Yeah, that was a really fun shoot.
Which that record player is not the same one that's in that video. I found the exact same brand and bought my own.
That's insane, dude. I can't believe you
yeah,
found
was it for the silent movie?
No. Was that the silent movie? Whatever it was, it was the Golden C-47 was the award. Do I have
Yeah. I think it was from that class.
I don't know where I kept that award. It's amongst the other awards.
Well, I remember because I have mine here. I also got one.
Oh yeah, they handed out to everyone, right?
Yeah, I think it was like one person from each group.
Might not know about the C-47.
So,
yeah, that's true.
For those of you little fuckers that don't know what a C-47 is, because film lingo is always confusing, it's basically just a term coined to a little clothespin, like a wooden clothespin. It's a C-47 because it makes it sound more official. So we got golden C-47s as awards for those classes, for that one class. That idea for that film came out of pulling a straw, or pulling straw out of a hat, or whatever the thing is, pulling out of a hat. Pulling straws. There you go. Pulling a rabbit out of my hat.
I always really liked doing late night shoots like that because it was just I just found doing late night shoots at Full Sail just to be very intriguing and more involved. Because like it's like everyone's fighting to stay awake, and then we're helping each other out, and I don't know. There's just like a different vibe to doing shoots at night.
I've at Full Sail. I've actually been on a couple like overnight.
Yeah, there was quite a few. There was a few
Carson's
APNs that
were overnights for sure.
Yeah. One of the I was on titled Varmint. I think I was up until like 5 a.m. working.
Oh wow!
Great.
Whoa.
Yeah, no,
that's really cool.
And I guess funny thing, I was like second, first, and boom op that day.
Dang, that's a lot of positions.
Yeah, I'm very versatile.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, they had me in the back of the car blading. Then they said, "Okay, here's your boom pole," and like I'm getting into this coffin of a car right now, like holding the boom pole to like get the dialogue. Like,
that's cool though.
And after we get the take, and it's kind of awkward, like being in a car of two people arguing late at night. It's a weird. It's like I was trying to hide not getting caught. Like I'm trying to steal their car, you know. and then they come back all of a sudden all angry. I'm like, well, I shouldn't say anything, or this gets even more awkward.
I think this is a good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's up?
I was just gonna
I'll
say, I
wrap
think
it up
this
real
would
quick.
be okay.
Yeah. They had to pull me out of the car because like I was just kind of like embedded into like between.
Oh,
the
between
seats.
like the seats and like where you would put
Oh
your
my
legs.
god,
That's
that's
funny.
insane, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I think this would be a really good opportunity for you, Cole, since you were on this shoot, to talk about a little bit about Carson's shoot. Which was it? I think
We'll
it
get
was.
there. Brian, I think
don't
Brian,
wanna get
weren't
there?
you also involved in a couple of Carson shoots?
Oh yeah, a couple of them. I think it was 3, maybe 3, 4 shoots.
Yeah, we'll
wanna
get
say
there
I
when we
was
get there. But
Almost
Okay.
involved in every single one of Carson's projects.
so really quickly, one other. So I have 2 more things regarding Full Sail specifically, and then we can kind of move on from just Full Sail. But the one other topic I wanted to bring up specifically was working and earning money while at Full Sail. Would anyone care to explain what the situation is
Well,
regarding Full
I had
Sail
no
when
jobs.
what
I did like a few freelancing things here and there, but I was never like fully employed making money until after I graduated.
The thing I'm leading into was the fact that Full Sail made it very apparent. They made it very clear to us in their marketing and their like, hey, heads up as a student, you will be so busy that you won't have time for work. During the
Yeah,
pandemic, that was the biggest fucking lie they could have ever told us. And often classes weren't that stressful to the point where I feel like you could have gotten a job and earned a little extra on the side.
Yeah.
But they actively
true. I mean, we
discouraged
don't know
it, which I
about
thought was
before.
upsetting.
We don't know
Well,
about
af-
before the pandemic.
We don't know what before
definitely
was like.
not. Before, definitely not. We were in fucking class from like sun up till sundown.
Hmm.
Like
Wow. 12 to
it
12?
was- I don't know the exact fucking times. It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I remember after the pandemic, we had some classes that were like scheduled for like 3 hours, like from 5 up until 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock. And the guy would come in, make a 15-minute presentation, and send everyone home.
Yeah.
No. I remember specifically he would
Yeah.
schedule like a 2 or 3 hour class, do a little presentation, and then he
Who
would
left?
just I don't know who left. Probably Ion. He would make his little presentation, which would be like 20 minutes, and wouldn't let us leave until the end of the thing. I remember
were just
sitting
sitting in
in
class.
classes waiting for class to be over because they wouldn't let us leave. Because they're like, take
Yeah,
this.
wait,
You
was
should.
it the one on the fishbowl?
No, it was when we were in. It was building 1. I think it was building 1, and we're on the 2nd floor. You know what the broadcast area was? The whatever the restaurant
I
was.
know exactly.
The stairs going upstairs on the 2nd
two.
floor, and those back classrooms down the
Okay,
hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember specifically they would schedule for like probably 2 hours, and then make a little presentation, and then be like, "All right, use this time to your advantage." And it's like, well, can I go home? And they're like, well, we might not mark you for attendance then because we have to. Right. Because they would say, yeah, you can go, but you have to come back because we're going to take attendance again.
Yeah.
So basically, they were just holding us captive because they wanted an attendance thing. Do you remember that?
I do.
That was
It was horrible.
so stupid.
And those were the really late at night ones where it'd be like 6, 7 o'clock, and then we would be done around 8 or 9, and it would be like we
I just need to
wasted a
stay
little
here
bit of our night.
until- Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe
it
they
was in the
might-
same class. We would go out to the little cafeteria area outside, and we'll play like poker, 21 blackjack.
Oh my
something like
god,
that.
we played so much like of the card games. Oh my god.
Yes.
What's the fucking one with the
We need
really
to play
quick
those
thing?
again.
The really
Oh,
quick
that
where you
was,
had to match them.
Stupid.
I fucking
Yeah,
hate
stupid.
that, but I loved it, but I hated it, but I kind of loved it.
Oh no, the game was amazing, and you can play with like how many people you wanted. You just need to change the amount of cards you have in your hands.
You need to reteach
Like,
that one
the
to
amount
me
of
because
tiles.
my grandparents love playing
I will,
cards, so
I
I
will.
want to teach that to them so I can destroy them. So really
yeah.
quickly, so anyone else have any additional comments or anything regarding like Full Sail stuff, or Dylan, go for it.
I do.
Dylan.
So after I graduated, like a good like 5 months at least before you guys did, but I was able to probably even a year. I was able to go back and retake the classes with like Full Sail's auditing system thing, where you can just go back after you graduate, take any class for free.
That's
it's-
really cool, though.
That is super cool.
I'll give
That's
them
cool.
the benefit of the
Like,
doubt and say
I
that's
could
really
go back
cool.
now and take
I'll
another
definitely
class.
stop by if I need a refresher,
Yeah.
like online. I'm not gonna go on vacation.
No.
Reese says poker is fun. And then I also I would probably go back just to see whatever the virtual production stuff is going on.
Oh yeah,
That'd be
I'm
really cool.
definitely
True.
going. You know, you can actually,
Super cool.
rent that out. Well, through their freaking insane paperwork system, but you can.
would be able to film on the back lot, huh? It's all
about technology now,
you piece of shit. Okay.
But there are students and alumni who have rented it out for their own short films, and this one guy actually did like a Star Wars thing where he used the virtual production stage at Full Sail to make a Star Wars short film.
It wasn't a Star Wars short film by a guy. It was Full Sail funding that short, and they posted it on their channel.
Oh, that's what they did
as a marketing thing for all the Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
I
Okay,
saw that.
but-
It was actually really cool. It was a really cool
it was
demonstration.
Really cool. Yeah,
They had the speed bike chase in the woods.
Yeah,
I saw that.
That was insane. But I know that there are students who have.
Sucks though that we just missed
done
it.
that.
Like we were this close to
Yeah,
getting to touch
yeah.
that. Like
I think we can all agree, like, everyone here, regardless of if you were actively a student there or not, like, we kind of got screwed over during our time that we were in Florida all together. Like, we
I've
just,
been there my whole life.
well, and you've just been screwed for life then, man. I don't know what to tell you. No, I like, just in general, I think we definitely were dealt, to use the poker terms, like, we were dealt a bad hand, but we made the most of what we
definitely.
could play.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
So
There's definitely
Yeah.
times where I'm like, oh, I could have definitely done more, but I
So
enjoyed
then-
my time there for what it was.
to kind of leave off this little section here, because we are approaching 10 o'clock and this is just, I'm going to keep streaming. So if you guys want to keep hanging out, you're more than welcome to stay around, because I love this. This is actually really cool so far. I feel bad for like Brower, for instance, like you're not really talking all too much, so I feel bad. But
I'll join.
just to kind of wrap up this little discussion regarding Full Sail specifically, this is now, I'm giving the floor to you guys to basically just say anything else you want, but primarily for those who are looking to go to Full Sail, those who are interested in filmmaking, whatever degree, Full Sail, what advice can you give new people out there from your experience?
Okay,
Oh,
so there is
100%.
one really important thing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Everyone wants to
Yeah,
see.
go ahead. Dave,
I'll
go
be
ahead.
quick.
Time
I'll be kind of quick
management.
about this. So when you go to Full Sail, no one tells you this. Absolutely nobody, not even the teachers. And the only reason why I was able to find out about this was because one of the students who was in the class had a sister who went to Full Sail before us and got to experience everything. But APNs are fucking key. Once you get to Full Sail, go on as many APNs as you can, because it will give you the most experience that you'll ever possibly get at Full Sail. That and FI4 stuff too, a little bit. But it'll give you all the hands-on experience that you need, and you will meet some incredibly talented people. I mean, not just there, but anywhere at Full Sail. But you'll meet like people who are already in the industry and coming back to do these APNs. And that's how I was able to meet a lot of my connections, was through doing those APNs. And when you get there, that's when they start talking about like, yeah, come back to these APNs. They're great. Keep coming back to these. But no one in the actual classes, none of the teachers would be like, hey, you guys should go on these projects because they're happening every month. They're great. You get really good experience. And no one said that. So you go into Full Sail just like unknowingly.
Wandering around.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. So I would say definitely APNs are definitely the way to go if you want to get some like pretty good experience while taking classes. A huge thing.
Very well put. All right, who's next?
So pretty much in Full Sail, everyone has a lot of ideas for short film scripts, ideas, and whatnot. Every time I've seen people make a ton of group chats in my class, everyone had an idea, but a weekend they would quit, make a new one, quit, make a new one, and their teacher would give them a deadline. They would be so worried about the deadline that they would forget about the project they were working on. My thing is, just do the first project you make up. Don't feel like it's Picasso. Just do that one, however silly it is. Your first one is always the one you'll probably go with in the class, and then work off of that for your next class. Because how I'm still here making videos 5 years after I graduated, I don't think. I just write and I do it. I barely have a plan. Like, they're like, how are you doing these and you're so busy? One, I don't sleep. Two, I don't throw out anything. I literally have scripts piled up. I hate quitting. I hate leaving things on to be continued, even though I've done it before.
Yeah,
I hate
didn't
that.
you just do that with your thing?
Yes, but that's besides the point. Whenever you do, don't quit because you don't think it can happen. It can happen. You just gotta find help to make it happen.
Really well put.
Because every time I'm with a group of people, let's do this. Are we still doing this? Oh, they're not adding me. Okay, they left the chat. Okay. Are we still doing this? Doing what? You just made an idea? Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
my full sale experience.
I definitely, I was definitely one of those people, honestly. But yeah, there's, I agree with you on that full-heartedly.
Yes.
So
the follow through.
Wolven says make a group of
Yeah.
friends and film with them outside advice.
Yes, if you film with them outside of class, it's really good for your mental health. Because you're like, I'm just having fun. This isn't a part of a class, and then I can go to class, and then I can be better at it because I've done this outside for fun. So,
Who
yeah,
else has who else wants to offer some advice to those?
Oh, I have one.
Go for it.
Pretty much talk to the teachers inside and after class. Like, stay outside. Don't mind going home. There's gonna be a lot of parties. You will not miss one, and missing 20 minutes in a party just to stay behind to talk to a teacher, it's gonna make a lot of difference. That happened to me so many
oh,
times.
definitely.
And yeah, like that happened twice with me. Like two big moments that actually like marked me, that really helped me make some good connections. Yeah, get their socials. They love that. I stayed behind, I think it was with Mo Vega, if I'm not mistaken.
Mo,
the
I
camera
remember
instructor.
Mo.
Yeah.
Oh,
love
Mo
that
is
guy.
really cool.
Mo.
Dude, I freaking love Mo. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
the
I stayed
DP
behind
for that
after-
5-7. He was so cool. I got to meet him and
Yeah.
talk to him a lot.
Yeah, I stayed behind after one of his classes and just kept talking to him. And I was asking him about stuff about my resume, how should I put it, if I could make any changes, if he had any suggestions. I showed him the website that I was building, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? I actually need someone on a project outside Full Sail. Are you free those days?" And I was like, "Yes, 100%." And he actually was the one that took me to my very first set. We did it was part of a commercial for NASA.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
I ended up spending like 2 days at Shady's house because of that and because of the distance.
I remember
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then the second time, it was after our very last presentation, the one we had to do to like producers and everything.
Yes.
So I remember after everything, I walked to my car, put my bag in the car, and then something just like in the back of my head was like, just go back inside. I went in and they were shooting something for an APN, if I'm not mistaken. And then Larry Katz, he was like, "Oh, Brian, you're from Brazil, right? I have this guy here who's visiting Full Sail. I want to introduce you to him and talk to him." And I met the guy. I started talking to him. He started asking me a bunch of questions about myself. I have no idea who this guy is at this point. He's a little bit older, already white hair, but super chill dude. So I just started showing him around Full Sail. No. It was a guy from Brazil that Larry introduced to me, and he was just there for the month. And I ended up finding out that, like, after everything, the guy told me his entire story. He asked me a bunch of questions about myself, and I found out that the guy is actually the general director of all telenovelas that are going on the biggest TV channel in Brazil, Rede Globo. And he's like producing the 3 that are going on right now. every day, one episode a day. The 3 that are happening at the moment, the 3 next ones that are going to be after those 3 are gone, and the 2 that they're doing for the streaming platform they have, Global Play. It's like a Netflix, but for that TV channel.
That's insane, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. I ended up
freaking-
going to like lunch for him so many times after that. Really nice guy.
Wow.
That's incredible.
It's like what they say, you know. It's not about
Be
what you know, it's about who
Brazilian.
you know.
There you go.
Oh yeah, Brazilian. Be Brazilian. Go to Brazil.
You are going to Brazil. Whee!
I guess I'll pick up on my last final notes about Full Sail. What I would think if you're new coming into the building. For me, I would say as a fresh out of high school, I guess teenager who didn't know exactly what he had in mind. I just knew I had a pretty passion for making shorts on my YouTube channel, and I kind of just thought this might be good for me. Getting actual professional experience in something I love to do. I thought it was a really good decision I've made for my life. I met a whole bunch of all of you guys I've met worked we all worked on projects together, partied together, all had the best of times. And,
Wait, cool.
You're on the other side for me.
I'm
Oh.
gonna
You're on this side for me. Wait,
Just go up against your camera.
you're on this side by me.
Just go off of me because it's off of the stream. Yes.
Wait, let me take the blur out. Let me take the blur out. No. How do I do that? Why is my computer not working?
Brower, you're below
Work.
me off to my... Is that my left? My right? My video's
Okay, now
flipped.
people can see it.
Oh, we're going a big heart. Okay, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Daw, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Daw. You're like fondling his balls, Brower.
Oh,
Oh, that's
Dylan, what
like
about you?
this.
Do you have any advice for anyone who's interested in Full Sail?
No.
Never give up. Never
Cool.
no.
Also,
that's
I
the
want to
best
offer
advice
the
ever.
opposite advice. Don't go to Full Sail.
My best advice about Full
What do you
Sail. About going to Full Sail. First, don't.
do you see?
Well, actually,
It's definitely a big commitment, though.
it is a big commitment, but it's
True.
I wouldn't have traded it for anything, honestly.
I wouldn't have traded it for the world.
I wouldn't have met my girlfriend. No, if I never went.
I was gonna ask you if you guys were still
Oh,
going
Mike,
strong.
take a screenshot. Hey.
Yeah, we had our year anniversary. Last
Whoa!
month.
Oh, nice.
That's
Congratulations.
awesome. Congrats.
Nice.
you.
Congrats.
Does she have a friend?
No.
Oh my god. Brower, hey, same, buddy. So for me,
I'd let you guys know.
the advice I would offer anyone interested in going to Full Sail is simply that don't 100% rely on the curriculum itself providing for you. Don't rely solely on that one experience. My advice is go explore the world of everything outside of college, because you some of the best experience.
Party.
I generally we're all kind of on the nerdier side, so parties kind of range differently, but at least the good parties I've been to, it's a lot of just hanging out and just chatting with a bunch of really cool people. That's to me the best stuff. But
I don't remember half of I was
but
Same.
I mean, it was good.
but
I was yeah.
for our experience specifically, for my experience specifically, the best thing to come from Full Sail was working on other friends' shoots outside of Full Sail, because we got to make the mistakes that teachers might otherwise maybe hold your hand a little bit too much for. We ended up finding our style, coming up with a bunch of really cool ideas that, quite frankly, sometimes Full Sail doesn't even allow you to do. For instance, they don't really like films that involve any kind of violence or anything. But if you want to make a cool action film, then go do it yourself. Don't rely
Find someone
solely
who
on the
wants to
program.
Make a go find someone who wants to make a picture mesh head explode.
Full
yeah.
Sail should really just
Yeah.
be like your penultimate like hub of just meeting people, but really truly go outside to the real world and just make your own stuff. Like take a note from hi Jube. Take a note from like Brower and Shady and Daniel and David and Brian and like pretty much everyone here. Wolven, like and Dylan, I imagine. Like go make stuff outside of class, and that is the biggest advice I could offer.
Even if it's filmed on an iPhone, make it.
That and also
Ultimately,
Yes.
know your passion.
that know your passion, know what you're passionate about, but be open to also trying a lot of stuff. Try everything, try a lot of stuff. But my other biggest piece of advice for anyone looking to go to Full Sail is just cherish every moment, make every moment. It doesn't have to count, but just enjoy the moment, live in the moment, and make the most of it if you can, because one day you'll probably be like us where we look back fondly on a lot of these things. And if you're like me, you kind of look back at this stuff and kind of wish you could relive all of it. But ultimately, it's those kind of decisions, the things that happen that kind of get you to where you are now. So just, I hope you can look back on it feeling good that you were able to have fun doing what you love.
Yeah, Cole.
Be
I like to cherish the
present.
moments I was a part of.
Be
Here's a
present.
question:
Be present. There you go. Be
Is
present.
there any moment in Full Sail that you would want to relive?
Me specifically?
Ooh, that's a good
Anyway,
question.
That is a really
Ooh,
good question.
I think I'm gonna answer this and then go, but I think if I would just change my habits very slightly, because there's been times where I chose almost a party over a shoot essentially, because I was more focused on meeting people rather than meeting people in my career field, just because I was I still growing up and knowing the world I was living in. It's
Yeah.
like that's what I was looking for. I was looking for the pure college experience.
Really quickly,
Yeah.
also Daniel, before you go, I do want to bring up the whole D&D thing really quickly. So we'll talk about that next before you have to go. But
Yeah.
D&D?
oh yeah,
Dungeons and Dragons.
Brian and Daniel were the reason why I got into D&D.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
But we'll get into that in
And
just a
Dawn.
second. We'll get into that in just a second. To answer
You
your
guys
question,
want to see my dice?
We should have.
You guys wanna see
yes,
my dice?
show dice.
I ordered new dice actually. Whoa, those
Ooh,
look
that
cool.
looks
I
nice.
still have
Those are
Dawn's.
sick.
I still have Dawn's D20. You can't really see that.
Dylan, you're
I
not
just
gonna
have
believe
the
this.
basic white one.
Dylan, I have those
Nah.
same exact dice.
Really?
Yes,
That's
bloodstained and everything.
crazy. Fuck yeah.
I just ordered them.
Bloodstain. I love these. These are awesome.
Man,
Yeah.
To
I feel
answer,
bad. I haven't had the
That's a cool
chance to
one,
use them
Brower.
again. Ooh,
That
that's
is
nice.
The
really
time
cool.
dice.
that is a really cool dice. To answer your question though, Brower, what was the question again?
Is there any moment in Full Sail you would want to relive?
I would want to relive. Well, because all the stuff back in Candyland basically determines where you end up going for the rest of your time at Full Sail. Like, I ended up playing around with the lights in Candyland more than anyone else, and then that's what cemented me as being like a gaffer on a lot of shoots, because people just assumed that. I would say if I had to go back and relive anything, it would probably be like the APN shoot or something like that, because that was just a really cool professional experience that I haven't been able to have all too much since. So I don't know. Probably that. Or probably mythology. I don't know.
Brian?
Ooh, man, I don't know. There's so many good moments of Full Sail that I wish we could just simply just go back in time. But I don't know.
I want to relive you making us those like fudge things at your place.
Oh, is that the Brazilian
Yeah.
chocolate thing? Is that what that
the
was?
chocolate.
Those were cool.
Dude, it's
No.
3 ingredients. It's not so hard.
I know, but it was really good.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
doesn't
you could just
distract
make
from
it
the
at
fact that
home.
it's good, you bitch.
Although
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, the one moment that I would have as a generalized moment. You know, it was the time where we would all be together, most likely at my place, which was pretty much the place where we would always hang out.
Was the house?
Any of those moments where we were all together, any of those moments that I would relive those like.
Oh, I thought we were talking specifically Full Sail. Yeah, any of those like big, like everyone getting together.
for
I
sure.
loved going to like Disney Springs with everyone. Like I would relive that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I like
Also,
hanging out
uh,
with David every night.
Yeah. If I were to go back in time,
David, it's cuddle time. No, David, it's not cuddle time.
Me and David.
I would say
Oh, man,
That was so
shit
funny.
We would say.
Ion,
Oh
really
my
quickly,
God.
same Ion, because I see that you're in the car as well. If you have the ability to, same question applies to you. Brower's question: what would you want to relive from Full Sail?
I was just about to say that. This is technically out of Full Sail, but so the first one would be our time when we went to Universal with your brother. It was me, you, your brother, Hannah, Tyler, and David. We went to Universal with that one time when your brother was.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I would
remember
relive
that.
Halloween Horror Nights because that was so much fun.
Oh yeah, I know, and that was another thing. Another Halloween Horror Nights that was like one of the best times I ever had when I was in Florida.
Well,
and the
you're.
other thing,
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say the other things was Jackson's parties.
Yeah, a couple of them are pretty good.
Yeah, Jackson's parties, and
I enjoyed most of them.
the time we almost got caught going to a haunted place.
the haunted ghost hunt thing. Dylan, we got to talk about that. And David, I'll talk to you. We're going to talk
It
about.
was so
Actually,
spooky, man. It was so
I'm probably gonna get off
spooky.
here in a second after we finish talking about Full Sail. In
Okay, then
general.
we'll really quickly. All right, so I'll mention yours first. David and I went urban exploring once to that one abandoned place that everyone bailed on me, and I almost got caught by a cop or
I
whatever.
wanted to do that, but everybody started freaking out. It was
Everyone
just like a
freaked out.
flock of
David
geese.
and I
Everybody-
ended up going there, and it was one of the weirdest but coolest experiences. But
Yeah.
David, you've probably heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. You were so funny throughout that whole day because you're like, oh, I can't wait to see it. And then you would see the place and you're like, all right, let's leave. And then we would go in and then you're like, I want to stay. And then we almost die or whatever. And you're like, I want to go home. It's like, no, come on, man. It's like-
Take me with you next time.
Dude, like after that whole experience, and we went back with all their photos and everything, it was just so eerie to look back on, like the places we walked into and the
the one
photos that we
chair
took.
room. There's
Yeah,
a room.
that was
It was an old convention hall, basically
Yeah.
apartment complex or whatever you want to consider it. And this big building
hotel.
on the second floor had like a conference room or something that when you walk into it, and it's on my social media somewhere, like one of the stories or whatever, but like you walk into there and then all on the walls, people took those metal chairs and threw them into the walls, and their legs are just like stuck and jammed into the walls. So chairs coated the walls, and we did a quick video where I'm like, David, what happened? David, where? And you're like, what are you doing in my room, Mom? It's really funny. We'll go again at some point. Well, we just won't tell people when so that the cops can't find us. Ding!
It's true. Great.
Yeah.
That was a
I
good
wanna
memory.
leave-
Next time, invite me.
Will do.
Oh,
The other
yeah.
thing I want to interject here. The
Me
other
too.
thing I
I
want
like-
to relive. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
I was going to say the other thing I want to relive was Hall of Fame.
I didn't
All
go.
things pretty fun.
Never went.
You didn't go to
I
Hall of
did,
Fame?
but, like-
You were there.
I was at Hall of Fame, but I
I remember.
didn't really get as much purpose going there.
Also, really
Yeah.
quickly, just general rule: anyone who wants to leave or whatever, announce it and feel free to like plug yourself before you leave. Like
Yeah, I'm probably
drop your
gonna-
info before you leave.
Okay. Because
But I'm like a verbal thing. So like David, now's your chance to like shout out your channel and stuff like that. Whatever you're
Oh,
working
okay.
on, things like that.
Uh,
Not in the actual chat, like actually say it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
David.
Okay, sorry, I'm a little distracted. Yeah, so yeah, just check out my channel, guys. It's David Utz. Instagram is David_Utz, spelled UTT. It's pretty cool. I have no content whatsoever besides 2 things on my Instagram, but you can check out my YouTube channel. I have a BB-8 series that's coming out eventually. It's in the works, so stay tuned for that. That's all I have to say.
Cool.
What about your Star Wars project?
First one was
Yes.
awesome. Go watch it.
Yes.
Wolven's
So-
part.
First one I saw.
Wolven and I worked on David's Star Wars thing, and the first episode came out not too long ago, and it's pretty dang cool. So go check it out.
Also,
Appreciate it.
cool. These are what I would want to relive right here. These 2 right here.
I will have to look at it on my phone.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank you,
Have a good night,
David.
All right, I'll see you, David.
Good night.
Bye. Thanks for the drone shot.
Thanks for the drone shot. Yeah, everyone loved that one drone shot in Smash.
Yeah.
That was so cool, by the way, David. It was amazing.
He left already. He's gone. He's dead.
No.
Gone.
That
Yeah.
all right. Really quickly, while David's gone. Shh. Michael, that was a lot of fun doing a fight scene between you and me for
I
the
can't
Star
wait to
Wars
see
thing.
it.
Wait to see it.
It's I mean spoilers. There's a fight scene where Michael and I fight, but it's pretty cool. So it was already in the trailer. You already know it's gonna happen. So
It's in the trailer. It's fine.
anyway, so going off of what Ion was talking about with the theme parks, I think we can officially give yourselves a round of applause because we just got through our big Full Sail section here. So now we're just going to talk general experiences of things that we remember fondly of stuff in Florida, stuff during our time all together during those 2 years. So I think theme parks are a really good place to start, but eventually we'll segue into things like the various shoots we've all been on, for instance, like or things like let me start really quickly with D&D if Dana has to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the Dremels and Dongles. That's my favorite game.
I love the doodads and the daddies.
Oh,
The daddies and the daddies and dommies, right?
Sure.
And you wonder why people think that you're gay when
Yeah.
you first meet.
Yeah, you asked earlier what I thought of you when I first met you.
Oh God.
I
Oh,
think Full Sail
hey.
is like a really good place
What my
for
first impression
starting D&D
was.
session.
You don't even need
Like-
to attend Full Sail.
Yeah.
Just appear on campus, and you'll find
Yeah.
someone to play D&D with.
Playing D&D with you guys was the first official experience I ever had playing D&D. And actually, come to think of it, I would change my answer yet again, Brower. I would relive those moments because D&D was so fun. God, he was so fun.
Roll a 20.
We should have had Don here. With
Wait,
us.
I'm gonna roll a. Oh wait, I got cards and
I'm
stuff
gonna
out of
roll
the way.
a 20.
You
Get
guys
outta here.
never told me you had D&D nights. I love that game. I have a bard.
You play
I told you
D&D?
about D&D. Nice.
I rolled a
I
nat
have
20.
a bard.
Nat 20.
I'm gonna roll
That's
just
funny.
now. Ready?
Not
Oh, I got an
That's
11.
Let me get mine.
That's an
I
11.
rolled-
Dang
nat
it.
20. Wait,
I'll have
I
to go to
rolled-
the website. I
not
have it
I
on
20.
rolled, I rolled a
Can you guys see
17.
this?
17. God dang it. Oh, nat
You guys
20.
see this?
Okay.
If you guys
All right,
ever
pull it
wanna
out,
do that,
Brian.
I
What you
have-
got?
Let's do mine. I got a 15.
Ah, shit. I lost my skill check.
I got a
Uh,
17. Now everyone roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
You
All right.
I have a couple bottle caps.
All right, fell. Hold on, that doesn't count. All
Flip a
right.
bottle cap for initiative.
15.
It's worth the coin.
I'm a 15.
I'm a Fallouter.
I rolled an 8.
Heads.
Okay, so Brower dies.
Dylan heads.
If you guys ever want to do that, I have a professional account which I can share all of my adventures on D&D Beyond with everybody in the party, and you guys will get
Yay.
access to all
That's
the
cool.
content.
Yes, please. I've been dying
Specifically-
to play D&D again.
Just to kind of keep that conversation
I mean,
going, because I don't want to keep
I'm actually
Daniel
I'm
for too
actually
long.
I'm actually in another D session right now.
What? I mean,
Yeah,
we're
it's-
trying to
it's-
start our own D&D thing between
It's-
everyone
it's
here.
pretty It's a
Yeah.
good concept. It's pirate themed, so we're like every session is like we're like
Oh.
on a different island.
I want to join.
Oh, that's cool.
Fuck, that sounds cool.
That sounds
Fuck.
really cool.
It's all in person too. So
Oh
sorry,
damn!
I would- I would
Really
invite you
quickly
guys.
for me, my favorite experience playing D&D, I think it would be stuck between two. It would be the one spin-off that we did with the dinosaur in the temple, because there's a moment where I wild shape into like a fly, spy on things, come back out, there's explosions, and I'm like, guys, what are you doing? There's a T-Rex in here, and then he bursts out, and then that T-Rex was plated with
That happened
gold,
in the
and I
D&D
used heat
movie.
metal and fried the dinosaur, which is so cool.
Oh, so yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
I haven't seen it either.
Don't spoil it. No spoilers.
What?
okay, you guys need
You
to
guys
watch it.
haven't
It's on
seen it?
Paramount.
I
Plus.
know.
Go
I know.
watch it.
I don't have Paramount Plus.
You're gonna okay.
Well,
You're gonna watch
there's
it
an easier
tonight
way to.
legally or illegally. Do you
There's
understand?
an easier
Hey,
way. to
Okay,
do
that way I can do it. That way I can do it.
So
That's
good.
easy.
And then also
Yeah,
the
right.
second favorite experience I had playing D&D was the one where we went to a village. We tried to find this kid. The kid went missing. Found the kid. There was a weird water creature. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This ceremony with a fire and the trees and everything
was
glowing,
purposely
and then a
being
pirate
malicious.
ship came in, and I was just gonna let them ravage the town. Like that was a cool moment. That was really cool.
Yeah, I was letting the drunk guy drunk. I was like, yeah, you should go steal that pirate ship.
And then Brian, who's like a metal man, kept trying to drink to outdrink other people to like steal their money. It's very funny.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, no. We have a way better moment than that. We had that one moment. We were still like at the very beginning. We had a couple of sessions until then. So our characters were like level 6,
3.
maybe 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we were something like that. We were like level
Low.
5 at the very beginning, and then out of nowhere, Dawn, our
DM.
master,
Dungeon master.
yeah, our DM, and he just came up to us and was like, "Okay, so everyone, recreate your characters, a copy of your character on level 20," and we had that entire collective dream,
Flash
which was like a
forward.
premonition, yeah, of the future.
Well,
You don't
that
remember
future still happens. We just haven't played that part yet.
We're gonna come
True.
back in like 20 years and we're gonna finish
Oh
that.
my
We're gonna
God, imagine it's 20 years later. That's what the level 20 was 20
we
years
have to
later.
finish what we started.
Time dilation.
Guys, I'm at level
Yo, actually,
21 in
we
my
could-
life
we could
right
plan
now.
that out. You know, make a one big D&D session a year. Just
I think-
one
I think-
large session.
I think that's
be
an
a
actual
dreadnought.
project that someone does is they have like a session a day and anyone can come in and play the day. I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
I would be down.
In 20 years,
I'm
you
hell
won't have to
down.
come back to
Let's do it.
full
Let's
sail
make
in the
a
future.
30-year sequel.
Let's just make a blood oath right now that we all go back to full sail at some point.
All right,
All
I'm
right,
gonna do
then.
my outro now.
All right, yeah, Daniel, we're gonna play you out. Do, 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 do. I
Yeah,
don't
play the
know.
Markiplier.
Wiener, 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 wiener.
Okay.
Wiener, wiener.
So my main Instagram is spaceman433 or 4133. That's where I post all my, I guess, professional business picture videos and stuff I'm generally doing in my life. I had a little side project called joint photography. I'm hoping to bring that back around since I'm still getting settled here in New York. And currently I'm working on my magnum opus project.
Nice.
The walk.
You have the walk. I had this joke in my head. It's like, what if I make the final title of it Danny Cohn Walk Forever? It's about time.
It's
Because
about
like I just
time.
think it's about time is such a cheesy tagline for things. I love that idea. But yeah. So that's coming out hopefully. I'm aiming for my birthday to be released cuz you know. And I'm hoping it's going to be as weirdly conceptual and as entertaining as I expect.
It will be. It'll be awesome.
It'll be very peculiar, to say the least.
Mm.
All right. Goodbye, guys. Have a good night. If,
Thank you,
I don't
Daniel.
see
Have a
you
good
around,
night.
Feel free to reach out.
Alright,
And
Daniel.
peace.
All right,
And-
where were we? First of all, Ion, now that you're finally seated at the table, what's been on your mind? Anything you want to talk about?
Well, I was gonna, because I was driving, I couldn't, drive and speak. The other thing I was gonna mention when we were reliving our time in Florida and Full Sail, this one is kind of personal to me because I'm two things. One, I miss when everyone was in one apartment complex, so that was one. And two, this is what I always did whenever anyone had like a rough day or rough time and whatnot. I miss going to check in on everyone because we lived in the same spot and I can go in person and check in on how everyone was doing and all that. So I miss doing that.
I do remember you had come over a couple of times just to be like, "Hey, how are things going?" And I remember towards the end it was definitely a lot more hectic, so I apologize for that, but
That's fine.
yeah, I agree. That was a really, really nice time. Was especially because it felt like we were all in just one big community. And yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
We all literally could just go over to each other's apartments literally whenever we wanted to and just hang out. Like that was really cool.
That was great.
Yeah.
That
was
scared
awesome.
my depression.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I mean, I don't know whether you guys want me to play it now or whatever, if you guys need like a break for a second, but I do have something special on the pipeline here. Essentially, I have the very first video here that I ever made or I ever recorded when I came to Full Sail, and that was an apartment tour because all of my family were wanting to see the apartment and I hadn't done any kind of tours or anything. So I made a video within like the first few days of us having moved in, and I took like an hour or two prior to the stream to edit that together into a full tour. So on the topic of apartments, I can switch over now and premiere that right here, right now in the stream, or that can be something I reveal towards the very end. So
I'm
we
fine
can
with
do it.
whatever.
Yeah.
What now?
you guys would have to pull up the stream and watch it through the stream because I didn't export it or throw it on YouTube, but it'll be in the stream. So, so
right, let's blow it up.
take this time now. If you guys need anything, go fetch it. In the meantime, I don't remember how. Let me actually look up really quickly how long this video is. It is. Where is the video? Hello? I have it queued up. I just forget. Hold on. It is a 5-minute video. So you guys have a 5-minute break. So then we will reconvene after those 5 minutes. Cool?
Do we get paid by the
All right.
hour?
All good.
You guys are
Paid
getting
what?
paid?
What is the plan?
I'm going to premiere a little video. It's a 5 minutes. So if you guys want to take a quick 5-minute break, we'll be back shortly after this little intermission, premiering
Alright,
our official apartment tour from when we first moved in.
The stream is a bit delayed, but
Cool. Before we go on break, I want to show you something.
Okay. You still have yours. I think I
Yeah.
still have ours.
oh my god.
That was when we all went to the Sky Zone and I got a membership and then never went back. That was such a waste of money, but that was such a good time.
And Dylan,
Yeah, what's up? What is?
Hey.
What's up?
No, look at
Can
it.
you
It's on his video.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
The video chat. The voice chat.
Video chat.
Look at Ion's screen.
What?
Look at Ion's camera.
Ion's camera's not on.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
What?
I see it. The
I don't
photo.
even see his camera.
Yeah.
I don't even see his.
It's
where is
on the
his
stream.
camera?
You'll see it on the stream.
Guys, look. Look.
What?
No camera.
Oh, that's weird.
Interesting. All
I
right,
don't know
well,
what's going on?
well, you'll see it on the stream, but we're going to switch over to that and give you guys like a 5-minute break. But if you want to watch that in the stream, feel free to tune into the stream. So yeah, everyone's going to go mute and it'll play. Hey everyone, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you around our brand new apartment. We just moved in around a week ago and we have it all nice and decorated, ready for your viewing. Also, I'm wearing a black shirt on a hot day in Florida, so I need to get out of the heat before I pass out. It was a complete pain to be able to move all of our furniture up here. My apartment is actually this way. Come on. Now, I can't wait to let you see what we got in store for you. I don't have my keys on me. I was wondering if you could let me in. No? I paid rent? What do you mean? God damn it. I was doing this for a bit. Out of that Florida heat. You know, it gets really hot out here, which makes coming home very relaxing. Speaking of which, welcome to our home. How do I get you down from there? Now, what a lot of new guests notice right off the bat is the raised ceiling, which is actually really nice, and part of the reason why the third floor is actually a lot of fun. That, and also we don't have to worry about loud neighbors above us, just below us, but we're the loud ones, so. As you can immediately suspect, a filmmaker lives here. So, you know, posters. Gotta make sure you're staying sanitized. That is some strong stuff. Now, this here is the living room, complete with 2 couches, a custom-made table, and a TV so that you can socialize and watch your favorite shows. This is my favorite episode. The living room also has access to a patio, which allows us to look out over most of the area and also get some great views, especially in the afternoon. And this is the dining room. Now follow me over into the kitchen. And now we're in the kitchen. It's right next to it. I don't know what you want from me, but it's there. And this right here is our fridge. Oh, I'll have you later. And this right here is our stove and microwave. Molto bene. And here we got our utensils, our cutting board, custom made by my dad, our thing, the coffee maker, some more cutting boards, some Where Is My Mom books, Evil Spoon Man, also butter. And here we got the thing, the thing, the thing, the thing, the thing. Our knife rack, which you can never have too many knives. Also, our kitchen can do this. One second. And most importantly, the toaster. This bad boy pops so many tarts, we eat them every morning. In fact, this is my breakfast, considering I wake up at 11 in the morning. Hot. Now, one of my favorite parts of my morning routine is to come out here onto the patio and enjoy the beautiful views and sounds. Now, I know what you're thinking. Cole, when will we be able to see your bedroom? And to that I say, be patient, calm yourself, relax, we'll get there eventually. But in the meantime, the bathroom! This is the bathroom, this is the pantry. How many skeletons are in there? Oh, no peeking. All right, let's go check out the bedroom. You want to check out the bathroom? But I thought you said you wanted to see the bedroom. You sure? Okay, come on, let me show you the bathroom. Here we got the toilet and the shower, and you got the mirror, and oh my god, you turned into a camera, no! Fun fact, the water is blue because we drowned a Smurf in it, and now it's always clean. Also right here we have the most annoying part of the house, the air conditioning unit, which makes recording audio freaking terrible, god damn! And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Careful, not many people have come out alive. Oh, you don't think so? That's what the last people thought. Good luck. and most importantly, the toaster. This Pop-Tarts shit. And we are back. We are back, baby. Baby, I'm back. On a roll. I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome back. There you go. That was the premiere of our apartment tour. Exactly like a year late. Or several years late. It's 3 years late, basically.
That was really nice, Cole. I like that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You got a knack for
And we are
promos.
back. Oh, someone's still watching the stream.
Oh, I think it's Daniel.
Daniel's not here.
Oh, yeah. Then who is it?
Oh well, whatever. Anyway, we anyone want to continue talking about anyone have anything else to add regarding like apartments, or maybe anything that's immediately around like the campus? Because for me, campus was a lot of it was a lot of fun going on campus because of the one wheel. And our apartment complex was really nice because I would do all these different laps and I would ride around our tennis court on my one wheel. But there was also like a bike trail just past Full Sail that you could like go on. And that to me was like one of the best things about being in where we were, because nowadays I can't ride my one wheel because the roads are too dangerous and there's like nowhere to ride around here. So it's like, it's just a completely different environment.
I'll keep it safe.
No, bad. Unless you decide to ride it, in which you're making good use of it. But I want my baby. He's my child and I love him.
Here's advice: if there's a store or Target or Publix or a bank next to you, and it's close to Full Sail, move there. Easy to travel and get groceries.
Yeah.
Fair.
We were really fortunate enough to live literally right next door to Target.
Yeah,
I never went to the Target.
Really?
It changed so much. Like it literally had a remodel.
Really? Wait, when?
Yeah, like last week, it looks totally different. Than
What?
it used to.
Why?
On the inside, it looks fancier. I'll say that.
Dude, I remember going to that fucking Target like every fucking night almost. Like like every time we were bored or we were fucking hungry, we didn't feel like getting like a full meal or something. We just wanted a snack. We just walked to Target because
Yeah.
it was right there.
Get those ice pops.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to have an advice, I had one, but the glorified Geek Easy, rest in peace. It's not there anymore.
Oh, they got rid of the boba, like the boba tea place. The
they did?
yeah,
It was right next to it.
I think it was whatever if you're going towards from Al Vista
in front of
towards
Taco
Full
Bell.
Sail in that little shopping thing. Yeah, they got
Yeah.
it's abandoned. It's closed.
Oh man, that's sad.
Dude,
Damn.
that was an
Is
indication.
Cars and Games still there?
The what now?
The Cars and Games.
I don't think so.
Man, it's still there. It's still there.
All right,
Next
at
to it.
least it's something.
Well, all right. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know when the last time you guys had a chance to go back to even just Full Sail or just visit Florida. But for me, I know you, bro. For me, the last opportunity I had to be able to go back was last year around like late fall. And I ended up staying with Shady at his place, and Reese was there, and we were all there for the big premiere for Smash, where we rented out a theater and played Smash. Well, it wasn't a theater. It was a little theater room in someone's apartment complex, but it's the same difference. But that was so much fun. And Brian, I remember we tried FaceTiming you, but nobody could hear you, which was really, really funny, but really sad. Nobody could understand
I could
you.
hear everyone. I could hear everyone. At least
Oh,
that.
perfect. Good. Well, that's good at least. But that was a super fascinating trip because it felt like I never left because we were still like in the thick of all like the Smash stuff, and we were still editing the last episode when I was there. But we edited everything together for the movie. Oh, hi Michael.
Michael's back.
I imagine Michael has to keep quiet
Wow.
because of Christina. No? Is it a quiet game thing? Did somebody?
I just don't want to. Like,
It's a quiet game.
Oh, your microphone's not connected.
here right now.
Your microphone's not connected.
Oh no! Like I just don't want to interrupt your streams and stuff. I don't want to. Take
No,
away.
you're
She's not
fine.
even at home.
You're here to participate, man. Participate.
Interrupt us.
But the one thing about the trip. All right, so aside from the Nerf war, which is really freaking cool, and I'll get to that in a second, but the one thing that was really impactful about that trip was when we went to go drop off one of our friends, I forget who it was specifically, at the apartment complex right next to Alvista's, the one with the green and gray building scheme, whatever that one was.
Oh, Central Place.
Central Place. We dropped them off at Central Place or whatever. And I got really emotional for some reason driving past Alvista. Like, I genuinely got really emotional and started crying because of how much I realized I missed being there physically.
I feel that.
And it was like
Yeah.
going to see Full Sail on campus was really weird too, because it felt different, but it felt the same. But I think what specifically broke me was seeing Alvista. And oh no, I remember what specifically broke me. So at the apartment that was our apartment, we no longer live there. My favorite thing about my apartment was seeing thunderstorms off in the distance and seeing the incredible sunsets every single day. And that was my favorite activities. Every afternoon I would go out on the porch and just spend hours watching these storms roll through. And I've had some of the deepest conversations with people in there. Like Dylan and I, we had a really nice conversation on that deck. Like there's so many
Yeah.
great moments on
I
that.
remember that.
But what destroyed me, but also made me feel really good, was when I went to go see the apartment. Looking up towards the balcony, I saw that whoever is staying there put little chairs out on the deck facing out towards the horizon. And that made me feel really good because that made me realize they also had that same exact appreciation for that view and things like that. And so it felt like a weird like passing of the torch. And I just got really emotional about it, but it felt good, but it felt different. So
I look up at my old apartment all the time.
I mean, I think it's something everyone at Full Sail did. Oh, my bad,
Don't
Michael.
forget
Go
to
ahead.
live. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You
good,
come
man.
there. You come there to learn. Don't forget to live, and don't forget to capture the memories along the way.
Yeah.
Selfies.
but that's all the little like whatever aside. Like let's keep talking about other stuff because we don't have to dwell on the emotions. The pool parties. You guys remember the pool parties? The pool,
Yeah, the pool
And the
parties were fun.
barbecues.
the barbecues, the pools. Hey,
Ice and ice
Brian,
party.
what
The
happened?
trash cans on fire.
What was the story behind that again?
So I had a little portable grill, because the one at Elvisa never worked. It was like a gas one, but it never had gas apparently. So I had a little portable grill with Cole. And one time we decided to do a barbecue at the pool area. We did the whole thing. It was nice. We had fun. We drank. We made a bunch of food. And then when we were wrapping up to go back home to my apartment, I remember I parked my car around so we wouldn't have to actually walk all the way back because I lived all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So we were putting stuff back in my car, and I was like, okay, we're not going to put the grill inside my car. Do you guys mind just rolling it back to my apartment while I start unloading things from my car? You know, it's we didn't want to carry things, but it also wasn't a 20-minute walk. You know, it would be a 2 minute stop walk. And I was like, oh, just remember, let it cool down a little bit, and then just throw the coal away. You know, throw it in the trash. And they did, but they forgot that coal is hot, and the trash can was made of plastic.
Yeah. I
So
remember
it
that.
just caught on fire. But we didn't see that.
I remember hearing about it. I remember seeing the
Flame
trash can after,
It is
like sometime after.
even.
Yeah, I
I
think,
imagine Brower, you could probably go over there right now and confirm that there is still plastic melted into the ground there.
No, there wasn't plastic, but you can see the
100%.
like
The residue, the
black
burn
things
marks.
on
Yeah, it is
yes,
still
on
there.
the floor.
I'm pretty
You should
sure
have
it is
sold
still
the
there.
trash can for memories.
No, and the best part of all, it
Yeah.
wasn't even the thing catching on fire because we didn't see that. We just saw the after. We went back to drop someone off at the gate, and then we saw the giant smoke going up the sky. We saw the sirens already with the firemen over there, and we were like, "Okay, something happened. Let's see what it is." And as soon as we walked in, we saw that the trash can was on fire. And then I had one of the best and scariest moment of my life, in which I saw the fireman looking at some resident that was just there looking as well. And it was like, hey, do you guys have a bucket so I can get some water from the pool to throw it in the trash can? And I was like, dude, you're the fireman. You're supposed to have that. And I was like, how unprepared are you for your only
Sorry.
job?
That's excellent.
It was just up until that point, it was just the fireman like cupping his hand and just going, huh, on the
It's
fire.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, after that, Shady came up and he paid for it. I don't even remember who actually put the coal in the fire on the trash can.
That's
But
really
yeah,
funny.
I still have the videos on my Snapchat over the memories of the fire just going like way higher than the light pole that's like right under it.
You guys had some of the best experiences that our group of friends had heard about throughout the apartment complex. Like, at least for me, the other one that stands out a lot, and I've mentioned this on podcasts before and whatever, is actually specifically with Daniel and Jacob. We were talking about like parties and stuff. 4th of July, I think it was 2022, whatever it was, 4th of July, you guys were setting off fireworks into the little pond or whatever is behind your house. Well, at the exact same time, Frenchie and I were on the like further down watching your fireworks, not realizing that that was you guys. And
yeah, I was there with Shady as well.
Yeah, I wish I had gone over to say hi because I didn't realize that was you guys. And I mean, at this point in our lives, like I knew you guys really well as like really close, like best friends with stuff like that. But it's like, I thought you were just total strangers from a distance because it's so dark out. But the funniest thing about that is from our perspective, we see one of you, turns out I think it was Shady, put a box over one of the fireworks and then proceed to just like cool man walk away from the thing, and it exploded, followed by an oh shit, and then fireworks just careen and rocket out everywhere. It was so funny.
I think the oh shit was
I
mine.
remember that video.
Oh shit.
That sounds like something shady.
Yeah.
To do.
It was so funny. And
we got so many videos of that.
I have all of the videos. It was so funny.
You got it?
I can't pull them up now, but because I don't know where I saved them. But they were so funny.
Oh yeah, Cole.
What's up?
The one of the funniest experiences of me living at y'all's place before I moved here is when I lost my keys and the office was closed and I got lazy, so we decided to do this.
Oh my God, Brower.
Jesus.
Brower.
Dude.
Brower. First of all, how much can that camera zoom? Secondly, nice ass. Thirdly, what the hell?
Oh my God.
Fourthly,
Thing
the new
fell down.
Spider-Man movie looks great.
Wow.
I mean,
God.
Dude, that was you.
Yeah.
Brower.
And
First of
literally-
all, how did you do that? Secondly, why?
Okay, so I climbed up the.
Wait, that was before the color palette was
yeah, it
changed.
way before the change. So I
Whoa.
climbed up. I climbed up the tree
Oh.
and then went on the balcony and then went into the window.
That's really cool. Also, that's really cool. Hi, Kay. That's really cool seeing Alvista before Alvista
Okay.
was orange.
Love your profile.
You know,
I don't
this-
think I've ever saw it another color besides orange. I didn't even know they
yeah,
had
no,
a
this
different
was,
color.
this was before it was called Alvista. It was called Winter Lake Parks or something.
Or no, it was Lakeside. Is Lakeside at
Lakeside.
Alvista
Yeah, it
or
was
Lakeside
Lakeside.
at Winter Park.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was Lakeside at Winter Park. I remember.
Oh, yeah, there was a time before they had the walkway in the sand. The sand walkway wasn't there.
Wow, weird. Also, really quickly, everyone, welcome back to the stream. Kay, how you doing?
Freaking exhausted, dude. I was mentally tired before I went to freaking Sky Zone, and now I'm physically exhausted, dude. I did my first backflip. them
Hey,
actually.
Ooh, nice.
you don't look like you died, so good job not dying on that.
No, but I did pull something. I'm gonna figure that out tomorrow. It's probably gonna
Ooh.
hurt, but
Also, Michael, didn't you said something to Kay? What did you say?
The profile picture is lovely. Very nice. 10 out of 10.
thank you. It's an OC of mine along with his trans flag. So
Psst,
thank you
Mike,
very much.
Mike, that's Kay's art.
It is? That's really good.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's
Thank
really
you.
lovely.
It's okay.
Hey,
I thought
Cole,
about putting in the non-binary flag because that's me. I'm not trans. I'm non-binary, but
Aw.
Fluid.
What's up? What's up, Brower?
dude.
Oh yeah, here it is before the sandy walkway and before all the hammocks and shit. Like no walkway.
No
No
path? Whoa, what?
Whoa.
is
Wait,
like
but that would have
20
been like wait, they
2018.
no dog
2017.
park. What?
Yeah, no dog park.
Oh,
This was
that's-
before.
Brian, that's you before you were you. That was an interesting Waluigi.
There's your house over there.
Wow.
Say hi to
Man.
Rupert.
Hi, Ruger.
And before special
Chat,
effects.
Wow,
everyone
what?
in stream, every audience watching at home now. Everyone, welcome
Everybody say
Ruger.
hi,
Ruger got a master degree in being the cutest little dog ever.
Woof,
The
woof.
one that got
Side in
all
dog
of us
physics.
through
That's so true.
wholesale. And then she has a sister now, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
Where's John?
Xander Brower. What was that old apartment that I first met you at back in the?
So what are we
Edron
looking at?
days?
That was Bishop Park, I think.
We were looking at Brower was showing us Alvista before it was Alvista, before it was even like Lakeside at Winter Park.
Yeah,
Really?
because I
I
lived there in
liked Lakeside.
2018.
I didn't really enjoy freaking Alvista. I didn't like Alvista. I liked Lakeside.
Well, let's talk about that. Like, what was your experience like at Alvista? Like, why? What was that like?
Probably
Well,
similar to
it was
yours. I mean, I helped you move in.
Except we were on the 3rd floor, so.
Ooh, I freaking had it harder. I was smart and chose the ground. Let's see,
Closer to all the
so-
butt stabbers and all
I
that.
was on
Fedora
the
man.
second floor,
There's nothing
all the
super-
way at the back.
super specific about why I preferred Lakeside. I mean, not too much really changed aside from, I guess, vibes. The name, of course. Did the rent change? No, it didn't.
Yes, it
Yeah?
went up. It went
It
up.
went up.
way
Oh,
Yes,
that's right,
it
especially
did go up.
towards the end.
We were originally paying. I think we were
Oof.
originally paying like somewhere around like 700 between me and Jacob a month, and then it started to increase towards like 800 a month.
Yeah, I remember
shit
that.
was crazy.
I think it moved actually very shortly before they switched it.
You did get out of there while you still could. Yeah, you got out of there before it started getting bad.
Man, I think I moved in the right time then.
Already couldn't afford what I was already paying
yeah.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why does
Cole.
it feel like this stream has turned into Full Sail, a survival story?
Well, I mean, this is Full Sail retrospect. This
Well,
is,
now that I'm here, I'm going to discuss, if it's okay, how most people at Full Sail, especially the people I befriended around here, they had, I don't want to say like everybody was rich, but most people had money. A lot more money than me, I'll say. I definitely went into a college that people at the money rate that my family and I have probably shouldn't have gone to, but I did. And so I moved away from Full Sail, Orlando, Florida after 1 year because I couldn't afford it anymore. Now, it is not a cheap college to go to. It's not other people could arguably say, I guess, that Orlando's pretty cheap, but for me, it wasn't. And what, Cole?
Orlando's not cheap. Winter Park's
Is
not
it not?
cheap.
Yeah, it's
No.
actually very expensive.
It was pretty expensive. And I was literally working a part-time job and full-time Full Sail as an animation student. Which, by the way, so I'm sure everybody already went through like Full Sail. It goes through bachelor degrees in 2 years instead of 4. It's the same workload, but put into 2 years. They smush it. And it's not a secret that animation is a lot of work. It's frame by frame stuff. It's, moving joints. It's bringing life to a character. Now, I was going through all of that, learning how to freaking modeling, which is the first stage at Full Sail, learning how to animate. Modeling, not my favorite. And the paths all over the place for me. It was not easy for me. Once I got past that, things were easier. I'm good at the animation part. But anyway, I was going through modeling. I was working as a lifeguard, 12-hour shifts almost every day, along with coming home and working on my homework, which was due. Like, there was like freaking 5 things due in 1 week. Okay. Not sleeping. I was at work at freaking 4 a.m. all the way to freaking 6 p.m. And I still had loans, which still weren't helping me out enough. Money wasn't working out for me, so I had to go.
What was
You're
your
like, should I pay rent or should I get food?
what was your reaction, or how do you feel about Full Sail generally being like, yeah, you're going to be too busy that you can't even get a job? Like, how did you react to that?
What they told me. That was legit what they told me. So I was talking to them, and every month, like, this was before campus was open, mind you. I would email my professors and I would say, hey, I have a job because I don't have money like a lot of people around here are supposed to or already have. Is there like are Zoom meetings mandatory and stuff like that? Is there a way that I can do this without attending meetings because I have shifts to work? And there were a few professors that said, no, you need to be here. You shouldn't they literally said you just need to figure it out. You should already have money covered with your loans. And I was like, fuck you. I wanted to say that. I didn't say it was very face, of course. But, so what happened was I just didn't attend most of the meetings. If I could, I would, and even if I did attend them, I wasn't paying attention most of the time. I just kind of went through the step-by-steps of either past students that literally posted how to do things online, or I had help from Jackson. At first, I had a little bit of help from Haley, but that didn't last long. Because Haley was held back in one class. She was stuck in one class for like what felt like 7 months straight. It was not good for her. But anyway, I just did my best to find out. Oh, Ion was a big help for me. We basically, Ion and I, so Ion lived in the apartment, 2 apartments above me. So it was super easy for us to just come say hi to each other if we needed help. It was usually him coming down to me. And we would just help each other whenever we needed it. I had a point. What was it? Oh, I was that was how I got through my classes. If not just kind of winging it or using YouTube or asking my professor themselves. But it's not easy going through Full Sail full time, especially on campus, quote unquote on campus. I was still online, but if you have a job.
Is there like, if you had to pick what would you say was like your favorite class, and what would you say was like your least favorite class? Start with the least favorite first.
Least favorite, probably. Oh, what was it called? Fundamentals of 3D modeling or something like that. It was one of the first early modeling classes because here's what they did. So we're all students who have never, most of us have never touched Maya in our lives. If any 3D program at all. If you were lucky, maybe you touched Blender. I hadn't. And even then, like they kept on saying Blender and Maya are similar. I beg to differ because I've been playing with Blender lately. But
really? I said, oh really? Like I've been trying to get into Blender. David is a great help for that.
Got similarities, but it just doesn't function quite the same. Same ideas, roughly the same tools, I guess, but it's just not. I don't know. There's ways you can set up the like shortcuts to be similar to Maya, but it's just there's only so far it can take you. But anyway, Blender is like a mixture of like all sorts of things. You can model in it, you can animate it in it, you can draw in it. I think you too. Like there's all sorts of things you can do in it. But Maya,
you can composite in Blender.
yeah. So, oh hi, Ion.
Hey.
I mentioned you. Anyway, so we had never touched that, and so basically, you would think that maybe the professors would go over. This is how you would do a certain few steps and stuff. No, here's what they did. They basically very quickly skimmed over what tools there were, and then immediately they were like, "Here's an assignment. Just do it."
Yeah.
They Shia LaBeoufed you?
They Nike'd you it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Literally, you can ask Ion. They legit said, here's how you make a block. Here's how you move it. Now we want you to copy this pattern. And like, of course, now I could do this really easily, of course. But they gave us like a week to do this, and it just did not feel like enough time at the time.
They didn't even have you make a donut?
Or just
No, so there was like one of the first assignments was like stack a bunch of boxes in very particular areas while using different angles to figure it out, and then like the next one was like snap them to that area, which is just like instead of using the arrows and sliding them in place, you would like snap them into place with a certain button.
You're thinking of Blender Guru, by the way, Mike. I know who you're talking about.
But anyway, again, today, these are really simple tasks, but at the time, no. But so basically, yeah, they just kind of threw you right into it. If you were lucky, you would have a professor who would like walk you through some things, but not all the time. And then I learned really quickly after like a few classes when Haley was struggling to pass a class, they changed the assignments every month. So if you retake the class, you're not redoing the same stuff. They give you new stuff, so they don't give you any slack.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, they want to learn.
Yeah, it's different from film because they just do the same thing over and over every month. It's the same thing.
Reanimation was a different thing every month, especially different classes. So you started off with the modeling stuff. Actually, no, you started off with the same stuff as everybody does, like the procrastination class, the like intro to like, what was it?
It was like we all started off with creative presentation and psychology of play.
Psychology of play, that's what I was thinking of. But then you start going into your own branches. So it was modeling, and then there was occasionally like intro to art. There was like art history. Art history was later on, but there was like English, math, blah blah blah. But then so modeling, and then it went to animation stuff, and then it went to a little bit of character modeling, and then it went back to animation. And then lights, lighting,
visual development.
Yeah, and then a little more animation again, and then they started branching into do what you want to do.
I'm also going to show. I have the courses here that we did in film, so I'm going to scroll through them.
There was also compositing. Now, I was actually surprised to find myself a little bit stuck toward the end of what I was going to choose. Was I going to choose animation, character animation, or was I going to choose character modeling? It was also pretty close to compositing because I actually found compositing pretty fun once I finally started understanding it.
Yeah, because I had two options. I like personally, my two options were either character modeling or visual development. When I did, I think it was Project Portfolio 3, where we got to pick our discipline. I did
Mhm.
my first choice for that month was character modeling.
Where did River
It
go?
was it was hectic. So after that was done, when I went to, I think it was Project Portfolio 4 or 5, where they let us, pick our discipline again. I did visual development. It was so much easier, and I love doing visual development. So that what I picked for my discipline. But so yeah, some of the professors. Because I'll tell you this though. When it came to animation, I didn't actually learn anything, like fully learn stuff, till I got towards the end of the program. The end of the program were at least the professors I had were like really helpful. They guided and all that crap. But yeah, like towards the beginning, when the program started, I had some teachers were really helpful, like Kal-El for my compositing, then Julio for compositing too, and yeah, those teachers were helpful. But like for like animation and all that, it was just really kind of frustrating at times. But towards the end is when I realized, yeah, this is fun. This is what I wanted. I don't know why I didn't get towards the beginning of my program, but yeah, it's towards the end of my program where I actually learned stuff.
Would you
So
say being online or being in person was more helpful?
I
That's a
would
good
say,
question for Ion.
oh, well, at first being online was at times easier because with the pandemic and all that, I prefer staying home. But when I started going on campus, it was more helpful, honestly, at least for me.
I didn't get a chance on campus, so
I know, yeah, that's what sucks about it. I wish you were on campus because towards the campus towards the end was really fun.
All right, I get to sound better now. Hello.
Oh, there we go. The professional setup. Got it. All right. Well, specifically, I guess for Ion and Kay, is there anything else that you wanted to mention regarding Full Sail? Like any, because we left off with the Full Sail topics by allowing you guys to kind of provide your own advice for people interested in Full Sail. Like, what would you say? What would you give? What advice would you give to anyone looking to go to Full Sail?
I would say so. Okay, so I also wanted to mention, so every professor is very different, especially so like I in the beginning during the modeling areas, so Wholesale has a very unique system when it comes to breaks. Most colleges have semesters, you're off for a few months, then you go back, right? Wholesale is straight through. And maybe you get lucky if you get like a week or a couple days off for 4th of July, but your longest ones are you get a week or two off for Christmas.
Yep.
I think you get a week for spring break, and then there's also Thanksgiving break.
Was there also like a week for summer, or am I making up?
Yeah, it was a week for summer.
A week for summer, 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July.
So you don't get many breaks. They have it set up so that it prepares you for the actual business, the actual industry.
Well, they prepare you in that they prepare you that you're supposed to be busy and that you're supposed to whatever. But the reality is you're not working as often as that. It's more of the real world prepped of how to be responsible when you're in the job, but they don't prep you for the fact that that job isn't always available kind of thing.
Yeah, well, animation, you probably are going to be working a little bit as much as that, but it depends really on what you choose. Because again, the whole animation industry is very diverse. There's modeling, there's animation, there's lighting, there's character modeling, there's rigging. I forgot about rigging. There's so many different things you can do. But anyway, so I remember the first break. So Cole and I started, Cole, Ion, and I, we all started September 1st. No, not September. Yeah, September 1st.
October.
Was it October?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we moved at September 1st. So
Yeah.
October 1st of 2020. So our Thanksgiving break was like a month or so after that.
Do I have
Haley and I. So Haley was my roommate. I don't think she's here. She's not here. Haley was my roommate. She was also in the computer animation degree.
Just be mindful that
Neither
whatever
of us-
you're also on a live stream, so just be mindful of that.
Yeah, I know. So Haley, Ion, and I, we didn't get a Thanksgiving break. We were supposed to. So basically, what happens is the professors and the students are all supposed to have Thanksgiving break. We get a week off. We don't have anything assigned. What happened for us for Thanksgiving break, and I felt so bad for Ion because I was cautious and was still looking at FSO, making sure we don't have any work to do, right? Like I was just like already in that brain mode of there's always something I'm supposed to be doing. So I was looking. So I noticed, oh, we still have something to do this week. Ion, he thought, no, that's a break. I'm not even gonna look. And he came back and he had like so many zeros. And it was just messed up because they didn't warn us. So basically they said, yeah, it's a break for us professors. Not for
You get
you.
to stay in school.
But yeah, like
Yeah.
what are we supposed to be doing while you're gone?
Well, yeah, that was the thing too. So many people got low grades and they were like, why? Because we didn't have your help. They were like, ask us for help if you need it.
Also,
Where are you?
I just
Never answered.
I just fact check, and we moved in officially. We started moving in officially the 19th of September 2020, and our first classes were like roughly around October 1st.
Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, that was really weird, and we all just had complaints about that. But then, what was it? Spring break came by, and I remember this is when I knew Jackson. Jackson 2 was an animation program, and excuse me, I remember we were in a morning Zoom, and the professor was like, "All right, this is our last meeting before break." And then, is there any more questions? And Jackson and I both spoke at the same time, same exact words. We were both just like, is this a real break this time? And the professor was like, what? What do you mean? And we were just like, yeah, we we didn't get that a few months ago during Thanksgiving. Like they still assigned us stuff. It was just the professors that got the break. And this dude was like, no, enjoy yourself. I would never.
Interesting.
So every
Yeah,
professor was very
remember that one.
different. There were some very, very harsh professors. There were some very freaking awesome professors.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't really get, so I just didn't really enjoy any of my modeling professors. And then there was like, for me, I don't think Ion got this guy more than like once, but there was like one guy, I don't remember his name, but he was he used to animate for Disney during the 2D era.
I had him.
And, well, there was a couple guys, but you probably did have him. He had some accent from some place I've never heard before, but he was very harsh, very, very strict. Yeah. And he had helped animate Brother Bear, I think maybe The Lion King, that stuff. And
hey, I was in that class with you.
Were you?
Yeah. No, I was, because I was also in Alabama when we had that class.
Okay. Well, anyway, he was freaking hard. And
that's what she said.
I remember I joined all of his Zooms. I paid so much close attention, and he always wanted to submit things so that he could go over them in front of the entire class on Zoom, and he would tell you every freaking wrong thing you did in front of the whole class, which was embarrassing. And I would be so proud of something I did. I was like, I've never done anything like this before. This is the best thing I've ever done. I worked so hard on this, and I had the 12-hour shift. I managed to get it done on time. And he would go through it, and he's like, no, you need to work on this, this, and this, and this, and this. And he wouldn't even tell you what you did good. He didn't do the sandwich method like most places do. I felt so bad for myself all the time. And I think the highest grade I ever got from this dude was like a 75. And it hurt so bad.
Except I think it was more just to, again, kind of get you prepped for what to expect in the industry.
Of course, but you should also be telling us what we should do next time. Say what we did good so that you're not completely just bashing us down, right? Like we're all spending hours and hours on these pieces. Like it takes, I think, what was the average amount of time it would take me to do? Like, so if there's one of these was like a hammer. We had to animate an arm hammering something. And again, that would probably take today for me, just an hour maybe or so to animate now, but it took like a full maybe day and a half or so for me to do at the time. And I was like, dude, that's so smooth. I put so much work into it. I think I got, the idea of weight into it, because you got to do like the slow in and then suddenly speed it up, right, to show gravity. But he did not like it.
Wow.
Strict. At all. So yeah, every professor is going to be very different. If you're going to the animation industry, my greatest advice to you, if you go to Full Sail, make friends. Like, they don't even need to be friends, just network. They will tell you network, like, during all the like, before you even apply for the place, like, during all these like little Zoom meetings. Are there Zoom now, or are they like, I don't know, but if you
I think
tour
they've
the
always
place,
been Zoom.
if you tour the place, COVID, remember, we were COVID. If you tour the place and stuff, and they'll probably show videos like of all these alumni telling you, all this advice and stuff, they're gonna say networking. It is so important. Please do it.
Yeah.
I found most of my friends, aside from Cole, I found Ion, at the time, Hannah, Anna, all these other people from Haley. I don't know, they were all attracted to Haley somehow. And one day Ion was just like, do you want to join us? Hang out and stuff. I was like, yes, so lonely.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I like the fact that Anna and Hannah got close to Haley, but I got close to you than Haley. So which was actually,
I think it was just more of a personality thing.
yeah. Because I
I
miss our nights together when we would watch new episodes of Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
I was friends with UK before anyone else, so I
Yeah.
always
Really
enjoyed
not.
hanging out with you.
You and I spoke first, and then I don't know. I think I introduced you to Haley or something online,
Mm-hmm.
and then you guys seemed to have a better bond. Like, you guys were closer than even Haley and I were when I had moved, or when we started moving. Because so what happened was, I was here, I packed up, I drove all the way to North Carolina, and I stayed with Haley for a couple nights, and then after that second night, that next morning, we all drove to Florida together. And I remember the first night that I stayed with her, we started video calling with you, Cole.
Mhm.
And I realized just how much you guys had been talking to each other, and you guys seemed like best friends at the time. And I was like, oh, wow. And we all had these plans for each other. And then it didn't work out.
No, the friends that I had, you were like the best friend of sorts at the time.
You guys like already had inside jokes and stuff that I didn't get. I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy. But like,
Yeah,
we had these plans, like, we're gonna have movie nights and stuff like that. We're gonna hang out all the time.
Movie nights, we were so excited about movie nights. Also, really quickly on stream, I'm pulling up one of the assignments we had to do for, I think, creative presentation was like, make like a photo collage of whatever memory. I can't find the phasmophobia thing of all of us hanging out in my room. I can't find that, except I know it's around here somewhere, so I will find it. But this was what I made for, sorry, Brian, I'm covering you up, and Dylan, but this is what I made for that class. Was our very first day of all of us hanging out, and we went to Disney Springs. That was a really good memory.
I almost want to.
Do I have
it? You know what?
I have it. Never mind. I
Well,
found it. I found it. It's right here.
But
I found the phasmophobia. It's right here. No, I just lost it. There it is. I will pull this up, but you guys continue while I pull it up.
I thought about showing some of my like first assignments from Full Sail, and then I wanted to show my latest, but I'm gonna have to plug in my hard drive for that, and I'm using my dumb MacBook that I got from Full Sail.
We have roughly
one
like
adapter. I only have one adapter, and it's being used on my microphone right now, and I don't want to sound like garbage. I really like this thing. This thing's very nice.
We probably have like another hour or so before we have to call it. So I think it might be wise just to kind of move on to other topics, because I think we're pretty well covered when it comes to the Full Sail stuff. But I just pulled up the phasmophobia collage that we did with all the photos thrown into with it. That was a fun night. the red lights really made the ambience unique. So I thought that was cool.
All I remember of the Phasmophobia era for you guys is I was in my room trying to go to sleep by 8 p.m. At the time, I had a decent sleep schedule. I don't have one anymore, but
Don't even
at the
get
time,
me
I was
started
really
about sleep
I was like
schedule.
in bed by 8 p.m. or so if nobody was keeping me up. But I would hear in Haley's room just constant screaming Wanda, are you here?
Really quickly
Stuff like
to everyone here, I know Brower just got up, so that was really bad timing on my part. But to everyone here, what were your sleep schedules like during the pandemic, and what was that like in Full Sail? Let's go with Dylan first, and then Brian, and then Brower, and then K, and then Ion. No, Ion, and then K. Dylan, you're mute.
Hello?
There you go.
Yeah, so when the Hall of Fame fucking first started, or I mean, when COVID first started, we were in the middle of Hall of Fame. So, like, we were like 3 days into it, and they were like, you have to go, you have to go. But then it was getting really bad all around the country, and then they were just eventually like, okay, don't go. Don't go. And so then we got the email that that day we were all at Hall of Fame, me, John, and Josh and Carlos, and they were like, we got an email that said we're sending everybody home. Go home. Don't stay here. Go home. And so COVID began. All the teachers didn't know what the fuck they were doing. What was the original question, by the way?
What was your sleep schedule like during the pandemic, and then how did that affect your sleep schedule in Full Sail?
My sleep schedule was I was awake during the time that I needed to be for classes, and then any other time I'm nocturnal. That's basically my sleep schedule. It was not good. It was not great.
Brian, what about you?
I feel like I'm a little bit similar to Dylan, being mostly awakened at night. But I had one big problem because I had just moved out from like a different country away from my family and all. I remember my mom calling me every day at like, I don't know, 8 a.m. in the morning. And I went to bed like maybe at 5 at night. And I had my mom calling me because it's already like lunchtime in Brazil. And she's like, oh, I just want to see what you're up to. I was like, nothing. I'm asleep or trying to. That was pretty much it for the first maybe 2-3 months.
Wow. I guess because Brower's not here. Ion, what about you?
Well, I'll be honest here. My sleep schedule is still the same. Because keep in mind, I didn't go to when I was in Florida. I didn't go to sleep till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Currently, I'm working part time, and I got off like an hour ago, and I still sleep the same. I don't go to sleep till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning because I have very, very awful sleep, and I'm pretty sure I have insomnia, and I've had that since I was in Florida. So it's pretty much been the same exact thing, and it sucks. It's awful, but it is what it is. I try the best I can.
How'd that affect your time at Full Sail?
Honestly, I've gotten so much used to it. To the point where sleep was non-existent for me. So I managed as much as best as I could in Full Sail, and I still managed. So
I'm back.
Brower got a full like meal while he was gone. Perfect timing that you're back. Brower, the question was to everyone, what was your sleep schedule like during the pandemic, and how has that affected you since? Because you weren't at Full Sail at the time.
Oh, fun fact. I graduated in 2019, but I worked there during the pandemic at the cafe in the fishbowl. So, I did have a schedule before the pandemic really hit me.
Hi, Jonesy.
I had to go there at 9 a.m. and then I think we closed at like 5 p.m., so it wasn't too bad working in the fishbowl area. But when it hit, there was like barely anyone there. So I literally had to.
So
I think the last class I had to help. No, I had to help one of the Full Sail sound stages because the teacher remembered me and he was like, "Can you help us do camera work for this project?" And I'm like, "Sure." So work was pretty boring because no one was there. But when I went to class, it was like, "Oh, it's just a midnight shoot, and you'll go home at like 2 a.m." And then I'm like, "Oh, wait, I worked the next day." So I literally, no one was there because it was during COVID, and I finished shooting at the soundstage around 1 a.m. And then I literally nobody noticed because security is shit. It's fun. Um, I literally fell asleep in the fishbowl couch area, and I woke up and I clocked in the cafe area. So
Wow.
half the time I would just sleep over in the couch at the fishbowl, and no one would notice. Or
I'll
I would-
admit that I did the same thing
Yeah.
for my work study because I could like clock
Yay.
in on the phone. For mine, I could clock in on the phone. So
Yeah.
I would literally wake up like, oh, class started at 10. So I would wake up 9:55. I would clock in and then go get breakfast, do everything, and I would get there by like 11, 12 o'clock maybe. And then class will be over at 1. And then I will clock
Yeah.
out maybe at 5, something like that.
Let's go. And also, my badge still works, so I literally, whenever you see me on YouTube, filming fight scenes and dialogue scenes, literally.
Wait, you mean what?
Parking pass right here.
I still have my parking pass for a long time
Mine's in my
too.
car.
So,
Yeah,
I
mine's in my car
literally-
as well.
Good luck trying that. It goes to a car I don't even have anymore.
Oh, oops.
Okay.
I didn't realize that
literally
the Full
walked
Sail
there
card
for
still
an hour.
works. If the Full Sail
Like-
card still works, I would hope I still have it somewhere.
Yeah, they
I
literally.
No, I
told
think
me,
they
like,
deactivate it
no,
after a while.
How
I
is
think-
Brower able to access then?
Because
He has
I
the work
literally,
one.
I think they say if you work there, they'll keep it working unless you do something stupid. So I don't think it works for students, but it works for work badges. But I literally go there and film shit with no like shine and papers, and literally teachers will come up to me and be like, "Hey, where do you film it? It looks cool." And I'm like, "Oh, great! I'm not getting in trouble." Okay.
Really quickly, Kay, I know you have something to say. What's on your mind? Is it the photos? The photos being super weird?
I have such a grudge against Full Sail when it comes to my goddamn freaking photo. Okay. Now, also, I just like to read. I'm just going to remind you again. I haven't been on campus. Like, I was never like. I only had like 1 or 2 classes on campus ever, and I still have this thing. And anyway, I will never forget photo day because
That was the worst.
we went there. Of course, there's the big lines. You know, they're like, all right. Some people, for some reason, I don't know what it was that qualified you for this, but some people, they already had a photo ready for you based on your license freaking picture. And I happened to be one of them. I got myself dressed up so nice. I was like, I'm ready for my Full Sail card. It's going to last me for 2 years. I'm looking nice. I'm looking fly and sharp, right? I get there. I wait in line, and then immediately I'm like, yeah, this is my name. And this lady, I'm expecting her to say, yeah, go to the side, wait in line for your photo. No. She's like, no, yours is ready already. Here you go. I was like, why? And I was like, I'm sorry, wait, why? I mean, I understand how you have my, license photo, but why? Why can't can I please retake it? Because I hate this picture of me. I don't mind showing it right now because it's going to be changed in the next month anyway, but I hate that picture so much. And I was looking at all of so Haley, she got her photo taken. And I looked at hers, and her photo looked so nice. Everybody's photo nice-ish, nicer than that. Because Wyoming they're living in the freaking 50s. Okay, everything's paper. Their freaking cameras are garbage. I hate that picture so much. I was like, can I please retake it? I still to this day don't know who they choose to use the license photos because Haley gave her license photo. Most people did when they were applying. But yeah. That was a thing. But I don't know, you just mentioning, that the cards still work, and I just grabbed it, and then I noticed my picture. I was like, oh my god, that stupid rant. I'm gonna have this grudge for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
I'm just glad I never had to
getting,
use the
getting all
card
dressed
more than
for,
like 3 times.
a
So
wedding.
Yeah, because
It's
whenever
like you're
they,
getting dressed up for a wedding, and then you're like, I'm ready for wedding photos, and then the photographer's like, oh, we already have them.
yeah,
And you're like
when
cropped
they,
out.
because when they take the pictures for your IDs, the pictures you get on the ID is very oversaturated.
Well,
least
they
so-
are oversaturated.
yeah, so the
yes.
pictures that they took for us, I don't know what it was like for you, Ion or Brian, but like for me, it was big, long ass line. Ooh, excuse me. Big, long ass line snaking you around to this weird area of the building where they had like some photo booth
Oh my
stuff set
God,
up.
Jay.
But
You
then,
guys talk.
what's
I
up?
just had to take mine in the hangar.
Yeah, all the way in the back, right?
I don't know what it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was in a different. It was. I don't remember where it was specifically. It was just a weird part of the building. I think it was near the fishbowl, but I don't remember what the room was specifically or where.
I know exactly where it is.
It was the venue place for the show production students where they have the concerts and everything. It was
Yes,
that
yes,
building.
yes. It was there,
Mhm.
but then they had a couple of like booths or whatever, but they didn't end up using them. They just had you sign some document. That's where they were using the booths to have you sign documents and stuff, and then they lined you up against a wooden wall and took your picture in front of the wooden wall.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks so orange when you look at it. And I was like, what?
I've seen that, yeah.
They have film teachers. They can't set up a simple lighting
I
thing
know.
just to make it
It
look
was so
nice.
stupid.
No, yeah,
They-
it was, if I
yeah,
remember
but-
correctly, it was someone just holding their phone. They
Yeah.
would take the picture with their phone and then send it to the thing and it would print it out.
Now
Airdrop it.
on my they had someone actually take the picture with like a nice camera and all. On the back area, I think that's where they take pictures for staff, because when I moved in, people had already started their class,
Mhm.
you know, and I didn't have my driver's license by then because I had to take it when I moved to the US, so they didn't get it on time.
What picture
And-
is that? I'm in your room. I know that because the
That was
flag.
the first time. That was the day that you finally showed up in Florida. And you came into my room.
Oh my God, yeah, because you gave us a tour of your apartment and we weren't moved in yet, and that
With
was
your
before
coffee table?
that was before Jacob showed up. Oh yeah, all right. So thing about the table. So I showed the never before seen. I remember that photo. God damn, that was the first
yeah.
furniture that we moved in. But
Cool.
that table, a little story about that table in the tour video. It's the custom table. It was made by my dad. That coffee table was originally glass. My dad actually found it on the side of the road, but he claimed that there was some water damage, so he took it in for like kind of cleaning it up, making it look nice, whatever, refurbishing it, whatever, and then packaged it all nicely for the trip. And so you're looking at it and you're like, oh, okay, it's well packaged, whatever. And then all of 4 of us are like unpacking stuff, and then they bring the coffee table in and they're like,
It was
all right,
surprise for Cole, by the way. He didn't know about it.
yeah, they're like, all right, kids, unwrap it.
I knew about it.
Yeah, apparently you did. I didn't. And I was like, what do you mean
Your mom
unwrap?
was so excited. She had
Yeah,
to tell
she pulled out
someone.
I think she pulled out her phone. I don't remember if she recorded or whatever, but we unpacked it and Jacob and I, our jaws hit the floor because it said Full Sail University.
Full Sail. Was it marble?
It was, I think, granite.
I don't know. Regardless,
I would have to ask my
something
dad.
not cheap.
Oh, that was
Regardless,
homemade?
yeah, that my dad manufactured that. But thing about
okay.
that, Full Sail representatives, if you're watching, first of all, you're all kind of sacks of shit because you never actually respond to comments because you're just there for there. But then also,
Bunch of lurkers.
don't tattle on me because that table technically we're not allowed to have because it's an IP and it's like kind of a copyrighted thing. So it's like
Oh.
that table, we didn't get permission to make it, but we made it anyway.
It was a personal
Nice.
reason. Not like you were, like,
Meaning,
selling it.
meaning that we can't sell that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
we
no.
could get sued.
Yeah.
By the way, sorry, this is a little bit off topic, but Dylan, I have something special for you.
Oh boy.
You're gonna love this. It's the first night you and Ruger met.
Oh, look at that.
Aw.
She
That's
looks
gonna make
really
me
tiny in
cry,
that
dude.
photo.
Because she is small. Everyone forgets how small she is. But yeah.
Nice.
Wow. So wait,
Yeah.
really
She is
quickly,
adorable.
really
Sorry, I'm trying to find the picture that of what I looked like for photo day.
really quickly. So Brower, what were you gonna say?
Well, first, every time I at Full Sail on Instagram, they for some reason reply to me. Um, but if I were to get a new badge, if I were to go back for my master's, I would want this to be my badge.
Gary, Shady has such a
I never
grudge.
truly met him. I never actually got to meet him, but I was watching the freaking, graduation ceremony online, and I was like, I wish I met him. He's such a
He
goofy
wasn't
dude.
Brian. He wasn't
Nice.
there for our graduation.
He was there for Kylie's though. He was in person for her graduation.
Look,
I know, right?
I
He
don't
was there
I
for my
don't
Hall
know
of
the
Fame, that's
guy. I don't know the guy, so I don't hate him. Shady has a huge grudge. I remember
Gary? Wait, you guys talking about Gary?
that. Yeah, Shady has a
The one
huge
and
grudge
only.
against Gary because he believes. Is that Jacob?
Yeah, it's Jacob.
Oh wow, I didn't realize he was in the same. I didn't realize we sat next to each other at all. I thought he was always at
That was the
home.
first class.
Wow. But Shady has a huge grudge against Gary because Gary doesn't have time to actually get to know people. But Shady, if you ever met Shady, you would know that he's like the kind of guy that likes to have genuine conversations, genuine relationships with other people. So he despises Gary because he thinks he's kind of like a fraud. I don't know the guy. I don't hate him. I've only met him like maybe
I've heard
once.
different things from Gary, honestly. I've
He
had
lived
people
nobody
come
to
out to me and be
Full
like, oh yeah, he invited me over to his place and we're all drinking like whiskey and he's on his pajamas.
No,
in
isn't
the
no.
living
I thought you were
room.
talking about. Isn't that the bald guy from Candyland?
No. That's not I'm talking about Sean
Hernandez?
Carmody. Yeah, you're thinking about Hernandez. I'm thinking about Sean Carmody.
Yeah, Sean was in the chat earlier. Also, Jonesy
Yeah.
just asked, "What's one thing you miss about Full Sail the most, and one thing you dislike about it the most?" I think we've already talked about that earlier. I don't know if we have a timestamp or anything for it, but Kay, have you answered that? Ion, have you answered that? Wait, is that Michael? Is Michael still
sleep
here?
schedule thing yet?
Yeah, Michael's still there.
Oh, wow.
I never answered the sleep schedule thing yet.
I am always here.
See, the one thing I liked about Full Sail was the fact that Full Sail felt like a felt like an actual studio. Like when you go to like some of the like for film, you guys for the film students, the sets you guys go to, like because I went to some sets as well because for mutual friends and whatnot, it was really nice. I guess the way they teach you stuff and gives you hands-on experiences that I like the most. What I don't like about Full Sail was again the whole break situation when it came to like holidays and things like that. I think that's something that needs to be kind of fixed because you have to keep in mind that not a lot of people like to stay in one place when it comes to holidays. Like, thank God for the pandemic because I got to leave Florida for 3 months for summer and I came back to Virginia. So if that was never the case, that would have been bad for me because I prefer a long summer break to visit friends and family in my hometown. So if that's one thing I disliked about Full Sail was the whole break situation. Because again, some people aren't even from America. Some people would want to go back to their home country to see family and friends, and they can't do that. There's the whole situation with breaks and holidays and things like that. And yeah, I mean that's kind of one of my biggest gripes about Full Sail was that situation because we didn't have enough time to not only spend some friends we got in Florida. But because of that situation, we couldn't see friends and family outside of the state. So that was my only dislike about Full Sail. I mean, other than that, Full Sail overall, I had despite my experience overall, but overall, I mean, I enjoy going to Full Sail. I mean, would I ever go back again? If I want to do my master's, that's like a maybe. But as of right now, as my satisfaction going to the school and learning what I wanted to learn, I was satisfied. I'm satisfied with that what I learned. So
What about
I mean,
you, Kay?
yeah.
again, it's a little different for me. All of my whole time was basically online, but I really enjoyed everything I learned. At first, with the modeling section, I would wish they taught it a little bit differently. I'm not really sure how. Maybe just less throw it in our face immediately like that, but maybe that was the best way. I don't know. But everything else though, I really love that I learned every different section. Like I learned about, like areas of the industry that I didn't even know were a thing. Like I thought like a lot of these things were all in one thing, not whole different teams. I appreciate that. Like I got to learn how to do each one so that I could choose, which one I would actually want to be in rather than like just, again, I went in thinking I'm going to be an animator, just an animator, which I am. That's what I chose by the end of it. But it was a really close bet that I was going to be a character modeler, But what I would dislike, or what I disliked, and this isn't anything Full Sail can ever fix now because the COVID seems to be over, I guess. It's still out there, but whatever. I really wish that they had opened up a little bit sooner because every other college was open long before Full Sail was. And so again, I never got a chance to really experience the campus experience, which I paid so much for. I didn't realize just how much cheaper online is until I went online. So by the way, there's if you ever need a break because they know of how much they're giving you, they will allow you to take a class off, like a whole month off from classes just to take a break. But you still have to it just means that you're going to graduate a month later. I did that at first. And that was a great choice for me, by the way. You take the break. Take it. The only problem was I wasn't able to graduate with Ion anymore.
Yeah.
You either take the break or you get broke.
That too. Yeah.
Put that on a
Also, if you fail a class the first time, it's not going to affect you. They're not going to charge you for a retake of the class. I don't know if they changed that recently.
They did. They actually did.
Did they? Okay. Well, at the time, if you failed a class one time, they weren't going to charge you for a retake. But if it was another time, then they were going to charge you. Unfortunately, I guess I'm sorry if they don't have that anymore. But
it might just be like a cushion. It might be like you get one of whatever it is, whether that be a break month or a month or like a redo. Like you just get one without being charged.
I don't know.
Who knows? Wait, Cole, what kind of questions can I ask? Is it all Full Sail related? Sorry, I've been at work, so I missed a little. Not all entirely Full Sail related. It's just anything regarding within those 3 years of us starting in 2020 to about now. So, really quickly, well, not really quickly, just in general, is there anything else anyone has to say about Full Sail? Anything else that before we move on to just other topics?
I was just talking about things I disliked. I would like to say what I enjoyed.
Oh, okay.
I do enjoy that, it taught me how to fend for myself, basically. I don't think any other place would have, how do I word it? Would have literally prepared me for the workload or living on my own. Oh my God, how do I word this? I don't think any other college would have prepared me the way Full Sail did. The way they set it up, what they give you, how much detail they go into, including housing. Like, I remember touring the place and I was like, do you guys have dorms? And they were like, nope, but we do have apartment complexes everywhere. So you can live on your own.
I could see equating it to their teaching methods basically just being practical. They are practical when it comes to teaching.
Right. Because I've never lived in a dorm, but it sounds like dorms are a lot smaller. The school takes care of most of it. But if you go to Full Sail, you're on campus anyway, you're going to be in your own apartment. You get to choose which one. The only thing they help you out with on that is sure, they'll give you a sheet of a list of places around, a list of people looking for roommates. Yeah, that's it. I think.
All right. Well, then, really quickly here, because I see we're kind of starting to run low on time here. Just because we still have Brian, Brower, and Wolven still here, just really quickly wanted to touch up on one of the probably most important things we've all worked on, or at least in my opinion, going back onto it, Smash. Just really quickly wanted to just touch up on it before Brian or anyone else has to leave for the night. That for me was probably one of the most important things I ended up working on while at Full Sail, because it was a lot of fun. So just anyone who wanted to talk about that a little bit, feel free to talk about it.
Sorry, what do you mean Smash?
Smash was
the cinematic universe, Smash Bros, the Mario cinematic universe, created by Brower, yours truly.
I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
You have to. It's a must.
On our channel, I have been making videos for like 10 years, and I've recasted friends who've moved who aren't in the group anymore for like 5 years now. And we've been making these videos into like a universe, kind of like a parody of Marvel's universe, so we called it the Nintendo universe. And when we got to Smash, we literally did Snake, Waluigi, Link, and then Link was kind of like the Thor movie leading into Smash, and literally our Smash Bros. Movie, I think, took 2 years in total to film, because it was just cosplayers in like a park for a good month filming fight scenes and filming just effects that we didn't know how to technically like explain what they were yet, but we had ideas what they were. And we had a lot of fun filming it, and it's literally us trying to sound like the characters half the time. Like, when we're reading the script, we're like, what's going on? Luigi, we have to defeat Bowser. Like, in just live action form. It was so much fun. Like, I will actually share a link right now in
I'll
the
tell you this,
chat,
though.
so you have it.
I have seen the Smash movie and what you guys did with the amount of, like, I guess, time and I guess budget you guys had. You guys knocked it out of the park.
Yay. I'm like really happy because this is kind of like a redemption for my older videos, because I did Nintendo videos in high school, but I didn't know how to edit and I stuttered on half my lines, so I'm literally like, now that I'm in college, you guys want to help me redemption arc? So here we are.
Honestly, we had a whole different script.
Here's a
we had
link
a whole different script for this, because me and Shady, we had Brower. He wrote the original script for it, and then me and Shady were like, you know what? Let's use this as a base and let's rewrite the whole thing. So I remember me and Shady hours and hours on end, and then Cole some of the days as well.
I was the critic and fed feedback.
Yeah, I still have your notes actually. I have the same notebook right here.
Yay!
Was that the same?
I used the same notebook.
Had, like the table read at my house.
I remember. I forgot about that.
That was the very first one.
That was the first draft. One. That was the original draft of the script where we're reading it. And we're like, hold on, we gotta change this.
I feel so old.
You had just recovered from a car accident around that point, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember specifically. You're like, I can't be in any photos for a little while.
Yeah, Michael.
I don't know if you can see it. Cole Ciarlello's notes of Shady's summary.
Wow.
I have the whole thing here. So this was the actual show that was supposed to happen. Like, a lot of things changed because we had the main ideas for each episode separated, and then we handed it out to Brower, and we're like, hey, can you write the lines with this event? And then he ended up changing a lot of it, actually. he changed half the script. And then we're like, you know what? Sure, let's just do it like this. Let's see how it goes. But it's something I do want to get someday. You know, go back and actually reshoot everything according to our original notes. That would be actually pretty cool.
You know, now we can, because in season 2 there's like a multiverse, so we can make that another episode.
One of these days, all
like, oh my god, no.
One of these days, our characters will return.
We can make it a No Way Home episode.
One of these days, our
I had
characters
that
will
idea
return for
about
sure.
Taboo sending out doubles to different
Really,
universes
I
and
can't
killing
draw
them to
tonight.
gain experience, and then merging back into one to gain power.
Mike,
yeah.
nobody's supposed to know who Taboo is yet.
Oh, Taboo's name of a monkey that's very friendly. Taboo Boo, we call them.
Well, you see,
Good,
but
good job.
no.
Good
Oh,
confirm.
allow me to just explain.
If Shady was here, he'd probably rip you a new one. So good thing he's not.
Didn't Taboo get revealed?
No, well, I mean, Taboo's but your credit technically is fuck you, Reese.
Well, I need to watch that then.
Oh, maybe you should have. Yeah. But
By the
yeah,
way, I
Brower
wanna say
has
I'm
a
so sorry
strange way
if I-
of bringing people
If I was
together.
talking way too much, I have a habit of.
no,
I
you were
just talk.
fine. You were fine.
It's okay. I do the
You
same
are
thing.
good.
Like I see
I'm-
all the
I'm honestly
information in
still-
front of me, and I just pull from it and just talk. I do the same thing.
I just talk and talk and talk.
I'm
Mike,
honestly
I'm surprised you
scared.
and Kay haven't talked already yet. I imagine you guys would be really good friends. Like
I
very
have
fast.
no
He's
idea.
like a
I'm sorry,
magical
wait, what is your
person. Why
name?
haven't you introduced me?
Well,
Who are you?
Which one?
well, so Michael is
Purple.
Michael is the individual
Wolven.
with Michael Wolven. They go by Wolven Swiftwind. Michael Lawton.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
If
wait.
it wasn't already apparent by the fact that
Wait,
they have
what did you
Inuit
call him? Cole, what did you call him?
Wolven Swiftwind,
No. The other name.
Michael,
Michael
Lawton.
Lawton?
Michael? You sure it's Michael?
Miguel.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I am looking at you. What do you want?
Nagel.
It's Alan.
Alan?
No, I hate that. I freaking hate that name. That's a dead
I
name.
love
That's a
you.
dead name. I hate that. Oh, I hate
Anyway, moving on. Okay, if it wasn't already apparent,
that. He, she,
I think
they.
you guys would definitely be friends.
Yeah, he, she, they.
I think you guys would
Sorry,
definitely
Michael,
be
I love
friends,
you.
as indicated
It's
by
okay,
the
it's okay.
Unis Honest flag in the background of their video.
I was just about to wear actually my Unizana shirt to freaking
We're
That's
all Unis.
authentic. That's
Mega
authentic
Club.
too. That's not a replica. That's original.
Yeah, that the three of us are definitely Unis Honest fans. Oh, I'll get my split tee. Hold on.
Oh man.
Someone else come up
I
with
just want to say something
Brian.
about Brower.
You can't buy these anymore, people. Okay,
Brian.
they're gone.
Yes.
Brian,
You
talk
missed it.
about start talking about some of the shoots that we've been on with Carson and what that was like.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, we had some fun moments. I'm trying to remember. I think we already talked about the zombie special ones that we did for Halloween. trying to remember what was the name of it. No Brainer. Yeah, that was definitely one of my favorites. Very gruesome. I have some posters here of some of them. I have the poster for Brass Knuckles. That was probably his biggest one. Oh, this is an amazing drawing.
Thank you. Sorry, I just noticed Wolven like said something about it earlier, so I just wanted to. Yeah.
Amazing.
Anyway,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, we had some nice stuff with Carson. He's an amazing director, and he has some really good ideas. And on top of it all, he has connections. He's friends with a lot of people that have really great talent. And he's actually here in Georgia as well. Like he lives a couple minutes away from me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can't find my split tee, but I found this. This look familiar to anyone?
Hey,
Oh
Spice
my-
Spice.
Yes, dude. I felt so bad that I wasn't there for it.
What happened
So
to that
good.
community Squid Game? Like it was so crazy for like.
Oh no,
Half a
season 2
year?
is still coming out.
Oh, you can't
Die.
really read it anymore.
They're still making a
When are
whole
you
new
coming
season.
back for Spice
I
and
know
Ice
that, but like
5?
nobody.
I don't know when you're making Spice and Ice 5, bitch.
When can you come down and I'll make it?
Probably late fall.
Okay, I'll make it. I'll make it.
Cool. And then Brian will be there, and Brower will be there,
Yes.
right? And then we'll all have another
Yeah.
big
So
Nerf
this-
war, right? This will be the big
Yes.
one. There's still one more Nerf war episode I have to make. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. Ethan, I imagine you are still watching, so yes, there's one more coming out, and I have yet to finish it, but it's in the works.
And we're all gonna go to the vampire forest and play Manhunt.
That'll be cool. That'd be really
and
cool.
this time a D&D session with Michael. Gotta make it
D&D
worth
with
it.
that would be really cool.
D&D.
Cole and I really.
But it's D&D in real life, and Christina is actually just
Ooh.
trying to kill us.
Oh,
I'm down.
She's scary.
I'm down.
She's
He's
scary
just
with
trying to
with
kill
a
the
bow.
cast.
I'm
Both
gonna
in
roll
D&D
for it.
and real life.
I'm gonna
She's
roll.
strangely
I'm
accurate.
gonna do
Okay,
it.
we'll get her a dagger.
I'm gonna do a death.
She gets a dagger.
I'm gonna
That's
do a
it.
death save roll. Like, imagine Christina's about to kill me. This is the roll that would save my life. All right, ready? Oh fuck! It was an 8.
Wait, let me roll. Let me roll.
Yeah.
I would die.
No.
I got a net one.
She has so much weird luck in D&D.
I'm not even-
Like, she gets 20s
Let me
in
see
D&D,
here.
like nobody's business.
Okay.
It's so weird.
Will Christina kill me?
Is that a 1?
Wow.
Wait. Oh my god! You
Yeah,
you both just ate shit.
Read both.
Accurate.
Christina.
Can I roll?
Yeah, Chris,
Yeah,
go for
ahead.
it.
She's
Christina
good, though.
did not just kill you. All right, what just happened is Christina, you tripped and you fell, and Christina proceeded to kill you. Like,
Oh, she didn't kill us. She massacred us.
yeah, massacred you.
She has a
Not
Whole
beast
bloodshed.
within.
Not just
Here we go.
that, not just that, but Christina hunted you down in your afterlife, and now you're dead in your afterlife.
Oh,
12
it was a 10.
25, I'd say.
You got
It was a 10.
You got a
Okay.
10. Well, you're better than I did. I got an 8.
She has a
Um,
thing where she's like Goblin Slayer, where her eye like glows
I
like the Goblin Slayer.
Failed
and just-
successfully.
Really quickly, okay. So this is a question for everyone. Ethan's still in the chat. Ethan asks, "Are you guys happy where you are now after everything you've learned?"
Yes.
In life.
Hmm.
I'd say so.
I'm happy
That's
with
a
what
big
I've learned.
maybe.
I'm not
No.
happy where I am.
No, I have goals.
I
mean,
also
listen.
have goals, but I'm not
Yeah.
I have
unhappy.
regrets, man.
I just
I'm
need
not
more
unhappy,
money.
but
Full Sail to this day, just yesterday, Full Sail called me. I don't answer them because it's a career development team trying to be like, hey, are you successful yet? I'm like, no.
I got a call
No,
from
you're
them
just
like
like,
months
"Hey!"
ago, being like, "Hey, are you doing well?" And I was like, "Yeah."
They don't want me.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I'm doing
give you a
okay,"
2
and
out
they're
of
like,
10,
"Cool,"
Wilson.
and I never heard from them again. And I was just like, "All right, I guess they're writing me off as a success story," even though I told them I'm still working freelance. Like, I don't know how that works.
I just don't answer them, but I might just have to answer them to get them to shut up and leave me alone.
We can all agree that
I
saying
haven't
you
had
work
a job
freelance
yet,
is
yeah.
just you essentially saying that you're looking for work.
I
Yeah.
haven't had a job in my field yet, but
Yeah.
I've worked in a restaurant.
Well,
I
you've
work as a
worked
lifeguard.
restaurant,
I'm actually
GameStop.
I
You've
worked
worked a
at
ton of
Fox
places.
manager
for a
at my
little bit.
pool.
Yeah.
I was a shit show.
I've done more
I-
things on YouTube than I did with my field.
Dylan,
I've
what was
Used
going
to
on
be a
with you?
stunt coordinator for
I've
Full Sail.
applied for animation.
You know, they send me to go video car crashes and shootings and stuff, standoffs with the police.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's
kind of cool,
depressing after a while.
Not for the police.
Yeah.
For me personally, I haven't found a job in my field yet because I'm still looking. But on the bright side, I am working part-time for a very, very successful hardware retail store. So there's that. But when it comes to like in my field with animation and visual dev and things like that, I'm currently working on a few things that so far is looking very cool. I can't reveal too much yet because it's still in the process, but yeah, I mean, I'm just working on personal stuff and the stuff I'm working on so far, so it's looking really nice.
Also, real quick update from Ethan Jonesy. Says I've been working with Shady for an internship, so I'm hoping I'll also be able to work with you guys again soon. Good for you. Ethan.
Yay.
Yeah.
I keep on telling
So-
Shady he needs to be like a talent finder or like a scout or somebody.
Oh, we already got some offers in LA.
Yeah, he already
He's
went out
already
to LA,
planning
and
to
he's
move.
pretty dead set to move out there now.
Yeah.
Gonna miss
What do you guys think of LA?
I've never
Scary.
been.
Never
I've
been.
been.
No.
I can tell you that it's a very, very interesting place. That's all I'm gonna say.
So I've heard.
From
more
slot
expensive than
machines.
Florida.
From what I've heard, from what Shady has told me, is that there are a lot of like starving artists out there, but they're very friendly and they're always willing to like collaborate on anything you have,
That's
even if
cool.
it's just for fun. Like they seem like everyone out there just really wants to just make stuff.
I have
Yay.
a friend who's going to University of Southern California, USC, for acting, and you know, from what I've been seeing, that she's doing pretty good down there. So I guess depending on the type of person you are, You'll be just fine.
Okay, what you got there?
I just wanted to back up a little bit and say I too have been working on things. I don't want to spoil too much, but this is just one thing that some people are aware of that I'm working on. I'm working
I
on
saw
like
that, Kate. Those are
animation.
nice.
It is going so slowly because I've been either so busy or just so tired and losing motivation. I have another animation that I'm working on at the same time. Hopefully I can keep my motivation up for that. And then I've got a comic I've been trying to work on. I am going nuts. And I hope that at least one of them are finished. They'll
Yeah,
get
I
some
mean,
kind
for
of
me,
attention.
even though I'm
Because
working
I
on
think
like,
that's why the studios I've been applying for have not wanted me. I think it's just my lack of portfolio. So I'm trying to expand that.
Brian.
yeah, so am I.
Oh, sorry, Ion.
Yep.
No, I
No,
was gonna say, yeah.
what?
No, go ahead, Cole. Go ahead.
Oh, Brian and Michael and Brower are aware that I am trying to work on a new like series of short films where everyone can kind of like collaborate with them. And I'll give you a little hint, those who are watching. It involves this and that. So it's a little bit on a standstill right
And
now because I just
also
realized everyone's very busy. So I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but it's something that I want to work on.
I actually do got to talk to you about it because I got some good ideas for that from the stuff you were asking me about it before. I do got to text you later about it.
I am around tomorrow if you wanted to chat about that more.
Question, Cole. Question. You
Answer.
pointed at that record player. Is that the short film you're working on? Is it part of a certain cinematic universe you were working on when you were in Florida?
Guys, I have a question. How do I kick someone from the chat? Because they are finding out a little too much.
I got it here.
No.
Because if it is,
you behave. I'll talk to you about that later. You're going to be in trouble. But yeah, it's big.
Brian.
It's a big.
Before,
what's up?
Before you,
No, I can't boot him. I
Brian
can
has to,
unfriend him. I'm not going to do that.
before
I
Brian heads out.
Yeah, I actually do got to head out.
We
Are
all
you
do
texting
have
me?
to wrap up here because it's midnight here.
Oh,
So we'll
before
give
we
it a
go,
second.
Something on me telling me, can't take me outside.
I thought we was going to do Cards Against Humanity with alcohol.
No. Before some alcohol would be really cool. That would be a really fun stream. Is just everyone just do like shots and just like play a game with everyone. I think that'd be really fun. But really quickly, just blanket statement before anyone goes. We'll do an official like send off and everyone can plug themselves. But Brower, what did you want to say?
So, Brian and Cole, here is the original White Room. You know that place in your apartment complex that has the monkey bars and the rock climbing next to the workout?
Yeah.
So this is what it looked like. Right over... Get back to it. Right over... This is what that room used to look like when no equipment was in there. You'll see the door.
Wow. It was just a white room?
It was literally just a white room. Because you'll see the door and the window leaning out.
So wait, you mean to tell me that Smash was ripping off this moment?
Yeah. There's
thank
the door.
God Mike, thank God they didn't make you do gray face. That feels somewhat racist.
Well, that's not me.
To who?
I don't know.
Gray goblins?
Smokers?
Grayly.
Actually, Cole, have me say the goodbye last. I just gotta open the gate downstairs real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
But you can keep going.
We'll chat just a
Well, you should
little.
bring everybody back to make one giant movie together.
Okay, so there's a little spoiler about another thing. I had teased earlier with the fact that I had the video about the tour through the apartment and stuff, and I had said that was the only footage of the apartment that I had, and then I retracted that and said that's not true. I actually recorded 2 more projects that I have not associated with anything else because from this point forward up until I think next year, I really, really, really want to make a movie based on our live or like life after Full Sail, like as a college graduate coming home and feeling like maybe things weren't the way that they were hoping and stuff like that. So I had recorded a little like video thing of life in my apartment during a thunderstorm back in the middle of everything. And then and this is like the most important, one of the most important parts of the entire film, is the last night I spent in my apartment before moving. I recorded a video with me walking around the entire apartment, reminiscing on all the stuff that I've done throughout the past 2 years. So at some point in the future, I plan on making a little like film kind of documenting what it was like coming home with those questions of, was it all worth it? Things like that. Spoilers, based on this conversation that I've had with you guys over the past, let alone like 2-3 hours, I can say for certain every moment from college was worth it. I wouldn't have traded. I'm getting a little emotional for this, so I'm sorry. I wouldn't have traded any of it if it meant that I didn't get a chance to see you guys or meet you guys. So I wouldn't have traded it for the world. So you guys mean like the world to me. So I just really appreciate it. So I'm sorry. I'm getting
We all love
emotional.
you
Sorry, I'm getting
too.
emotional.
Love you,
If
Cole.
it wasn't
feel
for
the
Full
same way.
Sail, I probably wouldn't
I'm
have
so
any
glad I got
friends
to
because I
meet
would have
you.
never met Brower.
Yeah. If you never met me, you wouldn't have met Cole or Brian.
Like, all of my closest
True.
friends are because I met Brower, because I'm not a social person. And Brower just had a group of friends that, like, adopted me. So that's thanks to Full Sail. So
You're
Who would have
welcome.
helped you move in, Cole, if you and I hadn't met? Who would Ion have just come down to watch Attack on Titan and work on homework at the same time if we hadn't met?
Yeah.
Even though Cole hates anime.
That's not true. I've warmed up. We
At the time, Cole was not a fan of it. He would not take any of my recommendations, but you'd be surprised to know earlier this week he watched Your Name with us. And he
Okay.
I lost my
Hey.
shit. That's how cool it was.
I was so
Okay, if
surprised. I was like,
anything,
"Oh,
watch
don't
A
use
Silent
recommend-"
Voice. Watch A
Yes.
Silent
Oh,
Voice.
I've watched
You're
A
gonna
Silent Voice. I love
cry
it.
so much.
I
You
loved
did?
it.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
God.
The
I watched that
Shogo,
during
like
darkest
the
night
moment
of
with
my
the
life.
balcony. Yeah. No, I've
Oh,
seen
no,
the
that
whole
was
thing.
so
Angel
sad.
Beats.
Oh, I
watched
felt
that during,
all the
like,
emotions.
darkest
Oh no,
night.
don't. Okay, he
I
needs
say
to get
first-
emotional, not get into depression with Angel Beats.
Angel Beats was so sad.
It was.
Toby!
And Charlotte as well. Charlotte from same author. That guy only makes sad stuff. It's tough.
Watch Ruby, I cry.
Watch what? Oh, Ruby. I remember I was like up to date with that for the first few seasons when it was new, and then I just never got into it.
I got back into it because I wanted to see the animation improve now that they're owned by a studio, and some parts are slowish, but damn, they make those kids go through some trauma now.
Well, we leave it off with anime as we just crossed over the 4-hour mark for this stream. So with that being said,
Screenshot selfie.
Ethan left. Oh yeah, wait. Brower's gonna do a screenshot. So everyone make a funny face towards the camera. Brower, tell us when we're good.
Got it.
Got it.
You're good.
All right.
Got it.
Everyone.
You were part of the screenshot, Ruger.
Everyone here, there is one more question that Ethan has for everyone in the chat. And this is, I think, a really good way to end things off. So we're going to go one by one. Everyone, you're going to have a chance to plug yourself and everything that you have, social media, stuff like that. But also, if you don't mind, talk to the audience a little bit about, or just tease them with whatever big projects you have coming up, if there's anything special you'd like to promote. So we're going to start with Brian, then Kay, then Dylan, then Ion, then Wolven, and then Brower, and then we will all say goodbye.
Yeah.
All right, so Brian, you're up.
He's my thing.
You guys can just follow me. I'm mostly on Instagram. That's BRY. It's B_RY02 BRY. And it's been a while that I haven't posted so much. And then lately, for the past 2 weeks or so, I've been starting to post more and more about the work that I've done. Yes, that's it. B_RY02. I have no way of changing that because my name apparently is already been used by someone else.
Oh boy.
So if you can't find me through that, just look up my name, Brian Amante. I'm there. You want to talk? I'll talk. I don't mind. But yeah, I've been trying to post a little bit more about like the jobs that I've been getting here in Atlanta, in the film industry, music industry. I just posted some stuff about the Ed Sheeran concert that I was helping out with the stage and everything. No, I do know how to post videos because I ended up posting a 15-minute reel by accident. So yeah, I'm working on it. It's coming together.
I'll help.
I don't know how to edit photos like Cole. His pictures are amazing.
I will help.
I've
We'll
said that
talk
to him
about that
before.
tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I will
Please,
help.
actually, I'll take you up on that. But yeah, just follow me and yeah, thank you for watching, guys.
All right, there you go. Kay, you're up now.
Oh boy. Okay. So hi. You can find me at usually the same username about everywhere. So I've got Instagram at KKAE1340, or that's my personal one. Ruger, are you okay? Hold up. There we go. Yeah, so my personal one is K Van Ortrick, KAEVANNORTRICK on Instagram. But most other social medias on either Instagram, Tumblr, Patreon are just KAE1340, and you'll just see my art. I haven't admittedly been too active on a lot of that stuff lately just because I've been in the process of making things. But once they're posted, I promise you'll like them.
All right. Dylan, you are up.
Follow me on Instagram at Dagsboro. The O's are zeros. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, Ion, you're up.
Yeah, you can follow me at my Instagram. That is at Talon, which is T_A_L_O and then _N. And you can follow me on my TikTok, which I have finally reached 1,000 followers on TikTok. And that is Autobot, AUTOBOT_paradox, PARADOX on my TikTok. And for a project, I do have something cool coming up, but it's gonna take a little longer because I'm gonna make it as great and realistic as possible. All I can say about what I'm working on, it includes this certain character right here. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow,
Alright.
cliffhanger.
Cool.
All right,
He's my thing.
Wolven, up to you.
But yeah, thank
Hello,
you for
everybody.
coming, and I enjoyed this thoroughly. I needed this, honestly.
It's like therapy, talking to friends. Hello, everybody. My name is Wolven Swiftwind. I have a YouTube channel, 3,000 subscribers. Recently just popped off a little bit on that, so that's fun. I stream like Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Stop by, say hi. I also post videos. That's pretty much it.
Any big projects coming up?
God, I'm a voice actor, and I've literally been having over 20 hours of lines the last 2 months. So a lot of big projects. Big projects I can't say much about because I have NDAs.
This is
Pretty
what his
excited
channel
about
looks
that.
like.
I'm excited, but yeah, that's it.
Oh.
All right, Brower, it's up to you.
All right, hello. I am Xander Brow, otherwise known as Brower, or Will Brower, and I have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all the same name, Xander Brow. Or if you just want to type in Quarantine Mario Brothers, you'll find us easily. We just made a Snake movie, now making a Link movie, and we just finished a dark and gritty plumber film, which is silly and goofy and dark. So subscribe, and you can check out some cool shit like this right here. Amazing.
You're the only one watching it right now.
Well,
Oh, it was
it was
great.
worth it. So that is me, Xander Brow.
All right, and that leaves it up to me to wrap everything up. So I will be sure to provide everyone's links down below in the description, and I will also make sure that they're pinned somewhere in the comments, maybe. And with that being said, please be sure to check me out on Instagram, YouTube here, and also we still have a podcast, the Colecast. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to make an unofficial announcement and just say I'm going to get it back up and running again at some point real soon. So look forward to that. You're going to be able to chat with more of these guys more regularly because I look forward to it because I love hanging out with these people. These people are incredible. And
Wonderful.
I genuinely would...
We love you too.
I would give them the world if it wasn't so goddamn big. But with that being said, thank you guys, everyone, so much for watching. Please have a great rest of your night. It's actually kind of morning now. So we all wish you well. And thank you, Full Sail, for everything. But bye.